mining of black sand. It's a high volume business. The amount of turnover of this company runs into crores, because this is what we are the Kerala shows has rich content of thorium, and this company is into mining of very rare minerals. So all this, the rutile, especially rutile. So this particular company has been paying. In fact, the income tax settlement board has found that the company has in fact paid many trade unions and political leaders, and all this has been given in their very exhaustive report, including the names of some of these leaders from both the CPM as well as the Congress party as well as the Muslim League, Niranjan. So, but what is the crux of the matter of the entire interim settlement board report was that 1.72 crores was paid without rendering any services by Veena's Exalogic, and that is where this trouble is going to come up for Veena. Especially, she has to clear her name, and what we see is that there is no kind of despite the opposition alleging so many things, they have not filed any legal action. They have kept quiet. They have not. They've just brushed it aside like a mere political, statement, and nothing about it. But the kind of development that is happening, certainly it looks like okay, more skeletons are going to come out of this closet, and we are waiting to see how this thing will eventually pan out.
Got that. So it was a private firm based in Kerala. Private firm based in Kerala was paying this company, which is run by Kerala Chief Minister's daughter. The firm run by the Kerala Chief Minister's daughter is mysterious. I mean, nobody knows what that firm does. Very interesting story and a big scandal in the making in Kerala, tracking that story very closely. Let's move on now. And the big political headline of the day: tussle over seat sharing, and a tussle over who was going to be the face of it. I mean, many wanted Kharge to be the face. They pitched Kharge to be the face, and after Nitish Kumar went kicking and screaming, they wanted him to be the convener. We are now hearing that Nitish Kumar is refusing to take over the post of a convener. It's almost belated. It's almost belated that they thought about it and offered it to him, and it's not gone down well. Hearing that Nitish has snubbed the convener offer of the I.N.D.I.A alliance, the Indie alliance. That's what we're hearing. Let me go across to Harsha, joining us with all the details of what happened inside. Well, they say that it's a very productive meeting. Saw a tweet of the Congress party's chief, President Kharge, Harsha, saying that it was a very productive meeting, very positive meeting. Everything is on track. If it was, then how is it that Nitish has snubbed down the convener offer, according to reports? How is it that many have not attended this particular meeting? Hearing that Akhilesh wasn't there, Mamata Banerjee wasn't there, Shinde wasn't there, Pawar wasn't there, and Uddhav Thackeray also wasn't there. Is that correct?
So, Niranjan rightly stated, all the leaders who came out of the meeting after the Zoom call ended at 1:30, all the leaders came out and stated that the meeting was well. The leaders from JDU, Aam Aadmi Party, JMM, Congress Party, they all stated that the discussion on seat sharing, national convener, chairperson names was discussed, and all the parties, 10 parties who attended, widely accepted the proposal of Nitish Kumar to be national convener. But what we got to know from the inside of the meeting is that when Lallan Singh clearly stated in that meeting, when the name of Nitish Kumar was proposed by Mallikarjun Kharge, Lallan Singh stated that Nitish Kumar is not a national aspirant. Nitish Kumar also stated that he doesn't aspire to be the national convener, rather it should be someone from the Congress. And at that time, KC Venugopal objected by saying that Mallikarjun Kharge is already the chairperson and Rahul Gandhi is busy with the party works, and widely all the leaders are okay and they have accepted your name as the national convener. But now we are getting to know that Nitish have declined to this proposal which was kept by Mallikarjun Kharge. He has snubbed it, that he doesn't want to be national convener. But till now, Niranjan, all this was under the wraps. We already what we got to know is that this entire Indie alliance was stitched by Nitish Kumar himself. There was also saying in the political lines that it wouldn't have been if it wouldn't have been Nitish Kumar, then the Indie alliance would not have been formed. Therefore, Nitish Kumar should be made national convener. But now we are getting to know that the TMC leader Mamata Banerjee has her reservations for Nitish Kumar. She is not in favor of Nitish Kumar to be made national convener. In fact, Hemant Soren also objected to it in the meeting. Those are becoming the reasons why Nitish Kumar has declined, because there are across the India Alliance several parties. They don't want Nitish Kumar to be the national convener face. But yes, the leaders from the other parties, like leaders from Congress, KC Venugopal, Mallikarjun Kharge, and the team of the left parties are also stating that it will be finally accepted by JDU, because we want to go on the lines of for the campaigning on the ground. We all will be going under the face and the leadership of Mallikarjun Kharge and Nitish Kumar together, because everything can't be at the hem of the Congress party. One person from the Congress and the other person from the other party is important to take the lead in the Indie bloc, and therefore widely name of the Nitish Kumar was accepted, but now he has declined the proposal. So we have to wait and watch exactly what would be the next step for JDU, because a proposal will be sent to TMC, Samajwadi Party and Uddhav Thackeray. Also, these three leaders were not present in the meeting today, which was attended by only 10 political parties. Back to you.
Okay, thank you for joining us with those inputs of that Indie Alliance meeting that took place. It was an online meeting, is what we're hearing. Let's move on now and get you details of a controversy. Just 10 days before the Ayodhya Ram Mandir is inaugurated, that's on the 22nd of January, we have less than 10 days. And a very, very controversial remark by a BJP parliamentarian. His name is Anand Kumar Hegde in Karnataka. He says it's okay if the media calls it a threat, the media calls it revenge. But he goes on to say that we will ensure revenge, and it's the feeling of the entire Hindu community. I don't know whether he's speaking for the entire community. He can't. He says the entire Hindu community wants to reclaim Hindu temples from mosques. And on religious places, a very controversial remark that was made, saying that Hindus will seek revenge. Now, this is what he's saying on tape. It's a controversial remark, completely needless. Something that his party is going to face a lot of flack for and will have to answer for, perhaps. Take a listen to this.
ನಮಗೇನು ಮುಲಾಜ್ ಗಿಲಾಜ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಪತ್ರಿಕೆಯವರು ನೇರವಾಗಿ ಬರ್ಕಳ್ರಿ, ಇದನ್ನ ಥ್ರೆಟ್ ಅಂತ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ ಕೆಲವು ಮಂದಿ, ಏನು ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಮಾಡೋದು ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿಯೇ. ಇದು ಹಿಂದೂ ಸಮಾಜದ ತೀರ್ಮಾನ, ಅನಂತ್ ಕುಮಾರ್ ಹೆಗಡೆಯ ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಹಿಂದೂ ಸಮಾಜದ ತೀರ್ಮಾನ. ಸಿರಸಿಯ ವಿಜಯ ವಿಠಲ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನ, ಇವತ್ತು ಸಿಪಿ ಬಜಾರದಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮಸೀದಿ ಏನಿದೆ ದೊಡ್ಡದು, ಅದು ವಿಜಯ ವಿಠಲ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನ. ಶ್ರೀರಂಗಪಟ್ಟಣದಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಮಸೀದಿ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಮಾರುತಿ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನ. ಇವತ್ತು ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಮಾರುತಿ ಮೂರ್ತಿ ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಹೀಗೆ ದೇಶದ ಮೂಲೆ ಮೂಲೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ, ಹಳ್ಳಿಯ ಮೂಲೆ ಮೂಲೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅಪಮಾನಗೊಂಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಅನೇಕ ಸಂಕೇತಗಳಿದ್ದಾವೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ಕಿತ್ತು ಹಾಕೋ ತನಕ ಈ ಹಿಂದೂ ಸಮಾಜ ಮತ್ತೆ ವಾಪಸ್ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಈ ರಣಭೈರವ ಎದ್ದಾಗಿದೆ ಈಗ, ಇನ್ನು ಮತ್ತೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಸೇಡು ಸೇಡು ಸೇಡು, 1000 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಸೇಡನ್ನ ತೀರಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳದೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಹಿಂದೂ ರಕ್ತ ಅಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದನ್ನು ಸ್ಪಷ್ಟವಾಗಿ ಹಿಂದೂ ಸಮಾಜ ಹೇಳಿದೆ.
Needless remark there, Prajwal. Has there been any reaction from the BJP to this comment that was made by Anand Kumar Hegde? It was not needed. His party is going to get a lot of flack for that.
Absolutely, Niranjan. I am right here with the BJP spokesperson, Mr. G.S. Prashant, as well, to go ahead and seek a reaction for this particular controversial comment which has now been made by this BJP MP for the Uttara Kannada for the BJP party, Mr. Anand Kumar Hegde. We have Mr. G.S. Prashant joining us, Niranjan. And first and foremost, Mr. Prashant, we are seeing this sort of statement which is coming in. It is a very controversial statement. It can go ahead and incite communal tensions, especially from the region where he is coming. You have seen the Karavali belt of Karnataka, Uttara Kannada, Dakshina Kannada for that matter, even Malnad region as well. Several such statements have been made by him. 2016, he states that Muslims will have to be thrown out of the country. In 2018, he stated that masjids will have to be destroyed. They will have to be demolished completely, and we will build temples on their cemeteries is the sort of statement that had come in. Now this particular statement coming in just a few days away from the consecration of the Ram Temple ceremony. An MP from your party making such a statement, what sort of message is he giving, and what is the party's stand and view on this?
See, firstly, Prajwal, let me clarify that this statement by Anand Kumar Hegde is not the view of the party, and BJP does not practice politics of hate. And this statement by him is surely condemnable and this action, he should not have made that statement, and party will never support it, because our motto has been very clear: Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas, Sabka Prayas. We have ensured that we have to take forward every community with us in the nation building. And when India is moving towards being a global power, and Narendra Modi's vision is very clear that we have to take along every community, we are not here to incite any communal tensions and communal flare-ups. We are for the welfare of the complete society, including all communities. And therefore, we can be on record saying BJP doesn't support this statement, and it is his personal view, and BJP is not for that statement at all. And also, to give context to BJP government being an inclusive government, if you look at the beneficiaries in Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, Jal Jeevan Mission, Ayushman Bharat, Kisan Samman Yojana, the minorities from a major chunk.
Let me just counter you. Recently, the BJP launched the Shukriya Bhaijan program as well, right? So you wanted to go ahead and appeal to the minorities, right? And also now we had senior leaders like Mr. B.S. Yediyurappa, and it was no secret that even Anand Kumar Hegde was a part of the meeting which was held on the outskirts of the city recently. He told, let's make sure that we take people from all the communities, irrespective of Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, anybody. But just days after that, now Anand Kumar Hegde is making this statement. Politically loaded question for you. Is he desperate to go ahead and seek a ticket once again from Uttara Kannada, that he's going ahead and making such a statement? Because from what we get to understand, he's no more the front runner.
See, it's not about who's the front runner or not. The party, we have a parliamentary board, and the parliamentary board, being the highest decision-making body for allotting seats, would take the decision depending on the candidates. So and one thing is in BJP is even a normal karyakarta can rise to any position. Modi ji is the classic example. Being a karyakarta, now he is a prime minister. So therefore, it is not that anybody has any fiefdom over any territory or any constituency saying he or she must be given the ticket there. The parliamentary board and the party leadership would take a call on.
Will the BJP party take action? Very simple. Will the party take action?
See, this matter would have reached the party also, and party, in line with the disciplinary committee, would take appropriate action, and it's up to the leadership to take the decision, and we're sure that appropriate steps in accordance with the constitution of the party and other ethics, they would take a decision on that.
You're saying that he's not made this statement as a representative of the party, but in his individual capacity, right?
Definitely, because BJP doesn't stand for those sort of communally flared up statements, and we are not for politics of hate. So therefore, it is his personal statement, and it is not the view of the party at all.
The BJP party is distancing yourself from this particular statement that has been made.
It's not a question of distancing itself. We don't subscribe to that particular line of thought at all to say that you have to demolish something and say that we are practicing what he's stating as revenge politics or politics of hate. We are not for that. We are for an inclusive thing, and we are looking at Vikas and Virasat, saying that development along with heritage. So therefore, at no point in time, we support this statement.
You know, Niranjan, so that is what the BJP's view is, because some of the leaders also we spoke to earlier also expressed and voiced the same opinion, saying that they had absolutely nothing to do with the politics of hate, and they've always maintained that we are with, in sync with what Prime Minister Narendra Modi has stated, Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. But it is very unfortunate that at this point of time, Anand Kumar Hegde, being desperate for power, is now going ahead and making such careless statements which could flare up communal tensions in the state of Karnataka. Back to you in the studios.
Okay, thank you for joining us with those inputs. Very, very controversial comment there. And you're seeing even the BJP not even trying to remotely associate with it, saying that they are against that statement and that it's an MP, a parliamentarian's own views, and it's not the first time that this particular parliamentarian has made such a controversial statement. Let's see if any senior leaders condemn that. Moving on now to the other big story we're tracking on This Is Exclusive. This one is coming in from Haryana. There's a big lead in the Divya Pahuja murder case. A sixth accused has now been arrested. The Gurugram police have arrested Parvesh, who supplied weapons allegedly to the main accused in the case, Abhijit. Also hearing that Divya Pahuja's body has been recovered from Gurugram after 11 days. My colleague Piyush Ori joining us with the details. Piyush.
So yes, Niranjan, what I can tell you is that from the time this murder first occurred on January 2nd, there has been several twists and turns in this case. And today, after facing several flack of the handling of the case, the Gurugram police achieved a major breakthrough after it was able to recover reportedly the body of this 27-year-old model from Tohana Canal in Haryana. Now, this Tohana Canal is around an hour's drive from Patiala, where actually the BMW vehicle was recovered, where actually this body of model was taken from Gurugram to Patiala subsequently. There has also been another major development in this case. One person identified as Pravesh, who had supplied weapons to Abhijit, the weapon by which this model Divya Pahuja was reportedly shot dead, was actually arrested. However, it is important to note over here that the weapon has still not been recovered. So in all, there have been 6 arrests that have been made in this case of the murder of Divya Pahuja. Now, interestingly, there have been a lot of developments in this case, but what exactly is the most important development is that around 150 kilometer stretch was tracked by not only officials of Gurugram police but also by SDRF and NDRF officials to recover the body of Divya Pahuja, whose body was disposed in Parsiana at Bhakra Canal. So it was a major effort, it was a mammoth effort that was taken by the officials to recover the body, which is right now in a very inflated and bloated state, and to ascertain the body. The relatives are there in Tohana, in Haryana, to identify the body. Right now, the postmortem and DNA analysis is being taken place. I will just end by saying that this case is interesting. This case is very important because Divya Pahuja was reportedly a female friend of Sandeep Gadoli, a person who was encountered in Mumbai in 2016. Now, it was believed that this encounter was fake. This encounter was done by Divya Pahuja at the behest of another gangster, and following which she was taken into the custody by Mumbai police, and she had served 7 years prison. She came over here back in Gurugram after being released in July, where she became friends with Abhijit, and following some differences, reportedly she was shot dead, and then the entire sequence of events occurred. There have been 6 arrests that have been made in the case.
Yeah.
Balraj Gill, who has been one of the person who had disposed the body, is one of the persons who has been arrested. The hunt for another person known as Ravi Banga is still on. So yes, this is the major development in this case so far. Back to the studio.
All right, thank you for joining us with those inputs. That's Piyush Shori joining us with details of that very sensational case of Divya Pahuja, details which continue to stumble out even today. The big update being that the body has been recovered. And that's it on This Is Exclusive. The headlines continue on Republic TV. Stay tuned.
Amity has been ranked India's #1 private university for the 11th year by India Today, a testimony to Amity's world-class education, whilst imbibing values and sanskars in students.
See, the main theme of the book is that number one, it was never a fight for a piece of land or real estate or title suit, which some people, including the so-called eminent historians, try to make it to be. It was a matter of faith, and to expect Hindus to produce a birth certificate of Ramji, or to produce the revenue records to prove that this is the very place on which the palace of Maharaja Dasharatha, they're absolutely stupid ideas. And this is why we ended up wasting 70 years and losing countless lives, resources, in a fruitless fight, because this issue could have been settled long time back.
So in your book, you also alleged that Pandit Nehru had got an opportunistic streak. What do you mean by that? Could you please elaborate on it?
See, Pandit Nehru had not only an opportunistic streak, he had a contempt for Hinduism. And the speech he made in 1959 in the meeting of architects, this is on very much on record, in which he said the Hindu temples, they are oppressive. They don't allow me to rise. I feel oppressed. And he said, if you want to see the beauty of architecture, अच्छा building देखना है, तो then Taj Mahal is the template.
Right. You further alleged that Pandit Nehru changed his position on Somnath temple.
See, on 12th of November 1947, that was the day, the first Diwali of independent India, and after Junagadh had been integrated into the Indian Union, Sardar Patel went there, and he promised that Somnath will be rebuilt. See, the main theme of the book is that number one, it was never a fight for a piece of land or real estate or title suit, which some people, including the so-called eminent historians, try to make it to be. It was a matter of faith, and to expect Hindus to produce a birth certificate of Ramji, or to produce the revenue records to prove that this is the very place on which the palace of Maharaja Dashrath, they're absolutely stupid ideas. And this
opportunistic है, मतलब does it blow with the wind? जहाँ हवा चल रही है उसी तरफ।
थोड़ी नहीं है, बहुत अधिक है
ना?
और बॉलीवुड ही नहीं, व्यवसाय कहिए, सिनेमा आर्ट का बिजनेस है। लोग बोलते थे कि आज ऑडियंस यही चाहती है, तो मैं सोच रहा था ऑडियंस कैसे चाहती है, ये प्रोड्यूसर्स को कैसे पता चलता है, मेकर्स को चिट्ठी भेजते हैं कि हमको आइटम सॉन्ग चाहिए, फिर लगा कि ऑडियंस ने एक फिल्म को हिट करा दिया, तो वो एक पैरामीटर बन गया कि ये हिट हो गया, मतलब लोग ये चाहते हैं, तो वैसा 10 बना दो। सिनेमा में जैसे कोई एक हिट हो जाए ना, तो उसके बाद उसकी लाइन लग जाएगी उस टाइप की फिल्में बनने की। अब इसमें उस बनाने वाले के इंटेंशन को समझना पड़ेगा कि उसका सच में अचानक उसके विचार बदले हैं कि व्यावसायिक पहलू को देख के उसके विचार बदले हैं। तो यस, नॉट ओनली बॉलीवुड, बाकी सब लोग, व्यावसायिक पक्ष बहुत अहम होता है, सिनेमा भी आर्ट ऑफ बिजनेस है।
Amity has been ranked India's #1 private university for the 11th year by India Today, a testimony to Amity's world-class education whilst imbibing values and sanskars in students.
See, the main theme of the book is that number one, it was never a fight for a piece of land or real estate or title suit, which some people, including the so-called eminent historians, try to make it to be. It was a matter of faith, and to expect Hindus to produce a birth certificate of Ramji, or to produce the revenue records to prove that this is the very place on which the palace of Maharaja Dashrath, they're absolutely stupid ideas. And this is why we ended up wasting 70 years and losing count.
There are some women who consistently exceed expectations, showcase courage, brilliance, and an undying spirit that reshapes narratives and shatters stereotypes. Hello and welcome to Techno Phantom. V Flip 5G presents Women Pioneers of India in association with Republic TV. Today we have the privilege of hosting the mastermind behind Miss Malini Agarwal, the woman who's truly revolutionized the blogging landscape and steered the course of digital media in India. We now get you the inspirational journey of Miss Malini, who has blogged her way through Bollywood and beyond. Let's take a look.
From a corporate career to the dynamic world of entertainment, Malini's path is a testament to resilience and vision. As the founder of Miss Malini Entertainment, she carved a niche in digital media, revolutionizing Bollywood coverage. Malini's story is a narrative of courage, breaking barriers and redefining success. A woman who dared to dream and in doing so transformed an industry.
Malini, for joining us on Techno Phantom. We Flip 5G presents Women Pioneers of India in association with Republic TV. Before we deep dive into this conversation, can we start with a quick rapid fire round?
Yes, we can. But first, I have to compliment you because it's not easy to do that opening line without reading it, and I know that. So well done.
I've been doing it all along now. I think I'm used to it. But before we begin with the rapid fire round, how does it feel to be on the other side of the table today?
You know, I've gotten a little more used to it now, but it's always fun. And I know the job you have to do is not easy, and I hope I give you worthy answers.
Wonderful. Let's begin with the rapid fire round then.
Right.
Hope you're quick with your answers.
I've never started the rapid fire, but this is refreshing. Let's try it.
Dream celebrity collaboration.
Amir Khan. In fact, I just told somebody from his PR that the one person I've been dying to interview is Amir Khan.
One word to describe your content style.
I think the best word is enthu cutlet. I'm very enthusiastic and positive, and I think that word sort of encompasses all of it, and it has a little Bollywood flair to it.
Most used app on your phone.
I guess WhatsApp, to be honest.
WhatsApp,
I do all my work.
Instagram.
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that means I work more than I Instagram, so that's a good sign.
Favorite place you've traveled to for work?
So I've been really lucky. I've gone to some amazing places, but I think a couple of my favorites, Australia, New Zealand, Brazil. I mean, the list is endless. I'm very, very lucky to do what I do.
Coffee or chai?
Chai. Masala chai.
Current favorite song on your playlist?
So I have become the most ultimate King fan. So Tuman Meri Jaan, I went to his concert recently and I realized something. I was like, you know, we're all such big fans of international musicians and bands that come, and we're waiting for like a Coldplay concert or Sting to come here. But I'm a true fan of King.
Favorite quote or mantra?
So I actually have a tattoo of it on my ribs, which says, the greatest thing you'll ever learn is just to love and be loved in return. And it's from the movie Moulin Rouge. And I love it.
Nice. First thing you do in the morning once you wake up?
Check my phone.
Favorite hashtag?
So I have, it's on my hand, To the Moon, hashtag To the Moon. That's also what my first book was called.
If you weren't in the digital media industry, what would you be doing other than that?
So I always thought, like, I've always been so fascinated with psychology. I think I would have been in that stream. As a kid, I wanted to be an archaeologist, so who knows? The alternate version of Malini, what she would be doing.
And then Miss Malini happened.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's talk to you more about that, Malini.
Yeah.
How was it to transition from being an RJ to becoming one of the most prominent faces when it comes to giving out news on the entertainment industry in the digital space? How was it?
You know, it's been nothing short of amazing. And I can tell you, and you know, you'll understand this because you work in a similar field. The journey of an anchor or a host takes you on so many different paths, right? You can wear so many hats. And I still remember years ago, before I became a radio jockey in Bombay, I auditioned at All India Radio in Delhi. And I got rejected for rolling my R's because I have an American accent because I grew up in different schools. And I remember when I came to Bombay, my dream was, in that time when I was growing up, I'm going to show my age now, the cool career was to be a VJ, a video jockey.
Yes.
And that was my dream. I used to be a professional dancer. I was a backup dancer for Sukhbir for 6 years, and I thought, I'll go to Bombay and become a VJ. And it just didn't happen because at that point, they wanted the VJs to all look like supermodels and be, like now influencers come in all shapes and sizes and, so at that point, I was really dejected about it. And I remember going to meet Prahlad Kakkar, who I actually just went to hear him talk. And I told him he changed my life because he took one look at me and he said, no, what else do you like to do? And he sent me off to be a copywriter. So the journey has been crazy. And then I was actually working at MTV India. I used to write all the romance, again, love content, even the love line questions and the answers sometimes. Wow. And my business card said channel head romance and sexuality. And my mother was like, what are you doing? Bombay. And then, private radio had just opened up then. And during one lunch break at MTV, I went to audition. And I got a job on Win 94.6. Then I moved to Go 92.5, which became Radio 1. And I was a radio jockey for 9 years. And it was absolutely incredible. I always say radio was my first love and blogging my marriage. That was the long-term commitment. But I think the journey was really interesting because even on the radio, I realized what I was doing was I was connecting with all these people, and I heard something, and I'm giving you a very long answer because this is something that I really love, is that, people say you might be broadcasting to millions of people on the air, but when anybody's listening to the radio, right, you're having a very personal experience. So there might be 6 people in the car, but each person, it's called theater of the mind. Like when you read a book, you're imagining the person, how do they look, what they must be like, which is why everybody imagines their favorite RJ as very good looking. Right? You all do. Because you put a voice, you picture it.
Somehow happens.
That's the theater of the mind. And I decided when I started the blog, even before I knew I was doing it, that I'm going to write my blog the way I used to do my radio show. So I would imagine in the empty seat across from me at the radio station, then I'm talking to my best friend, Parul. I'm just as a little bit of an entu cutlet. So I would be telling her stuff because I would imagine that each person is having an individual thing. So I was not announcing to all of Mumbai. And that was kind of the vibe. And while I was at a radio, because it was owned by Midday, they gave me a column 17 years ago called Malini's Mumbai. Imagine. It was a print column, which is the first iteration of the blog. I have goosebumps when I think about it. Nobody, if anybody had told me 17 years ago, Malini, you're going to run a, somebody's going to interview you about this one day, I would be like, there's no way, because this world didn't exist. And so I used to report, to cut a long story short, about nightlife and, things that are happening and the who's who of Bombay in my column. But it was very limited space, so they would cut down, because there's limited, pages, how much would be in the column. So it would just be who came with the bold names, who came in, and a few pictures. But all the nice writing I had done with my turn of phrase and all of that was gone. So I remember May 5th, 2008, we were on a trip to Dubai, and a friend of mine said, why don't you start a blog? And I said, what's a blog? And he said, it's like this online diary. And I said, but who reads it? And he said, don't worry about that. And he made me a login. I still remember writing my first post. And I remember the last day I put the faders up in the radio very dramatically. I thought, I'll never, I've peaked. This is the happiest I'll be in my life is on radio. And I remember being so sad after that. I'm never going to find a job that I love this much. And I only felt that same rush again when I hit send on that first blog. And I still remember when I used to do a little bit of my radio show, I'd started the blog on the side, and I did something called Pirate Radio, and I remember the craziest thing happened. One day, this RJ Mihir tagged Imran Khan, the actor, saying, if you like English music, you love Malini's nighttime show, and he tagged me. And at that point, my name was Miss Malini because of the blog. This is before the empire, okay? And I said as a joke, haha, Imran Khan would love for you to come host the show with me. And look at the power of social media. Imran Khan replied to that tweet, which is like 140 characters, saying, I'll do it on one condition. If we call it Pirate Radio, and I can play what I want. And I remember staring at my screen, thinking, did he just reply to me? I knew that rush of a celebrity replying then. And I was like, I'll do whatever. I didn't even ask the program director. I said, done. So we called it, and he told me why Pirate Radio, because Pirate Radio is a movie which is based on the fact that in the, ages ago when they weren't allowed to have commercial radio, they used to put the radio station on a boat because they were not allowed to play rock music from land. So they used to play it off a boat. What a great story. And he was my first guest. He was my first Bollywood interview. This is years ago. Like literally, I just celebrated 15 years of Miss Malini, and Imran Khan came there and he said, I don't go out anywhere else, but I came because I've known Malini for 15 years. And he came and he hosted the show with me. And imagine, I'm sitting here, normally with the celebrity, you talk to them for like 5 minutes. He sat with me for 3 hours, talked on the radio about his favorite songs, talked to me in between, and I'm just sitting there going, I can't believe this is happening. And it was all because of social media. So that was this, I'm not even sure I answered your question, but it was just so fascinating that it happened that way. And so, how did I know what to use? I really just felt my way through it. Then, I used to love little gadgets, right? So, like every birthday, like some girls buy jewelry, I would buy weird gadgets, like the new phone. My camera was the one with the click and periscope. And again, I had this timeline at the 15-year anniversary, which had my camera of 15 years ago, because I also don't throw anything away. And I used to, when then Imran Khan was there, and I was like, do you mind, Imran, if I film a little bit? Because I have a YouTube. I just opened my YouTube account, casually. So you'll still see, if you go to Miss Malini videos on YouTube, there's videos, shaky videos of me talking, and the back of my head, or Imran Khan waving and stuff, really grainy footage on YouTube. But there was no strategy, there was no plan. It was just like, kuch bhi man kiya. And I'll tell you, I don't know if I've told anyone, it's so funny. So I used to say, okay, I love Bollywood, so what else should I put on YouTube? I said, I'll do the latest breaking Bollywood news. Now, I didn't have any breaking news. So I was like, here's my plan. In my room, I used to have this one PG in like Reva Bungalow. My room was really messy, but I had a curtain that separated my closet and mirror. So I'd draw the curtain from behind me, so it looked like I have a pink background, like a shower curtain. I would put my little camera here. I would put to film me, but I could see the reflection in the mirror, so I could see what's filming, because this is all a one-man show. And then I would put the midday behind it. And I would read the latest gossip. I would record it, and I would upload it to my YouTube channel. Those videos are still on YouTube. That's how I started. So how did I know? I didn't know anything. It is not easy. My challenges then were different because it wasn't an industry that existed. People thought, कि क्या phone पे हमेशा game खेलते रहती हो? It's like hard to understand what I did. My mom, for the longest time, thought I was an internet blocker. You love this story. She's 85. At that point, she was like 75. She used to tell everyone, when they said, Malini kya karti? She's like, she's an internet blocker. See, hum sabke paas itna internet spam aata hai. So just imagine celebrities ke paas aur bhi aata hoga. So she blocks the spam. This is what she's understood as my career. That Malini sits and blocks. First of all, I'm thinking like, do you think I have all their logins like this so far? But this was her logic because it didn't exist. So I had different issues then. But now it's really hard to make a mark. But I think that's what I always tell everyone, whether it's a brand or an influencer. Don't leave your personality at the door. And so my answer to anyone who wants to get into this now is if there's something quirky about yourself that you're secretly really proud of, but you're a little bit worried that people will make fun of, you have gold mine, my friend. Dial into that and you will be a super successful influencer, I can tell you right. I don't claim to be a journalist. I'm not a journalist. I have not studied journalism. I am someone who loves Bollywood. I now can call myself a content creator, and I love to write about the things I love. So every opinion that I have on my blog is my opinion. That doesn't make it the rule. If I say I love something so much, doesn't mean everyone has to love it. If I say I didn't understand this fashion choice, doesn't mean it's a wrong fashion choice. So I've been very clear about that. 2, I used to write gossip, maybe 12, 13 years ago. But now if you read the blog, we don't do any gossip at all. You know what my rule is? It's very unconventional for what you would call a Bollywood blog. Nobody who writes for me, and myself included, the rule is you can't write anything you can't say to somebody's face. Yeah. So this then resolves the issue of fine balance. Because if I can say, tell me now, you're dating him, right? But will I say, are you having an affair with this person? No. So I will behave, because I realize I think of myself as a good person. But when I started being, there was no idea of identity with content creators, right? All journalists or gossip bloggers are blind items. You don't know their name, maybe their name, face, you can run into the street, koi nahi pata. So you can say whatever. Same thing with the internet, you control anyone from behind a screen. But I started meeting people, and then I would be like, oh man, we just wrote this gossip, I hope they don't feel bad. But then I'm like, if I'm afraid to make eye contact with someone or run into them, then what gives me the right to say it at all? Just because if they're all going to run into me, then I don't have to feel bad. There's something wrong with that logic, right? So I always say this, not just for writers, but even if you're writing a comment, would you say it to their face? Otherwise, then you can't say it at all. So that was my rule. And I learned this the hard way, because I remember I'd put up pictures of Rajnikant. I've told this story so many times, but I'll tell it again. Internationally, people love pictures of celebrities without makeup. They like to see, right? Everywhere. So some emailed me pictures, and I was like, chal, I put them up. And I went to sleep, and the next day, this is when I had the blog, there was no Instagram, nothing like. And I got so many comments, and they weren't trolling me, they were upset. They were so upset with me that how could you do this? He's like our hero. And you know how in today's day and age we talk about fat shaming, complexion shaming. What had I done? I had shamed him for how he looks without his hair and makeup. Unknowingly I say. But I chose to put the pictures up. I knew that people will voyeuristically see them somewhere inside, right? And I was like, does this allow me to still say I'm a good person? And then I was like, no. So I took it down, I wrote an apology. And I said, I'm sorry, you're right. Just as much as someone would say, oh, look at this person who's put on so much weight and put up pictures. I would never do that, right? I'm like, no, wow. I would not be the kind of person who puts up pictures of a celebrity who's put on weight. But what's different about this? I'm not saying I knew everything from day one, but I learned it the hard way. So I had a tweak to it. I was like, okay, let me think about this. Let me go back to the drawing board. What do I love about Bollywood? I'm not necessarily the kind of person who only reads gossip. Yes, we all like gossip, but what else do I like? I said, I love to see baby photos. I love to see happy occasions. I love to see celebrities acting human. Before that was a thing. Right. So I was like, okay, how do I make that my content? So, for example, my first interview with Shah Rukh Khan, I'll still remember, I waited 9 hours to do this interview. It was Independence Day at the Red Chillies office, and they were going off on a dance tour the next day, all of them. So everyone was there, but we had to wait. And I remember I had taken my husband with me because I had an idea for a content piece. I had a TV show then called Miss Malini's World. And after hour 1, 2, 3, 4, slot to 7:30 p.m., it wasn't coming. Everyone was ready to leave. I said, I'm not leaving. It's my first interview with Shah Rukh Khan. I will sit here with one camera. Leave me one camera. Then they all waited. Around 4 a.m., our turn came. And just before that, someone from another website went and said to Shah Rukh, आपके बारे में Twitter पे सलमान ने क्या बोला, आपको कैसा लगा? And Shah Rukh said, boss, जिस बारे में नहीं पता, उस बारे में बात मत करो. And interview over. I'm like, you waited 9 hours to piss off Shah Rukh Khan. Then it was my turn. And I had gone with cupcakes. So I was like, everybody, you must be so hungry. So video, my show, you'll see, Miss Malini's World, there's an episode. Everyone's eating cupcakes. Then, you know who else is in there? Abhishek Bachchan's in that, all of them. So I was like, let's play charades because I want to see celebrities being human. Have you ever seen Abhishek Bachchan and Shah Rukh Khan play charades? If you watch Miss Malini's World, you will see Shah Rukh Khan acting out Bluff Master for Abhishek Bachchan. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
So that's the balance. Find something new that people love and delight in.
Right.
Tuesday night in Bombay, China House was this club at the Hyatt that had just opened. Me, my friend Parul, best friend, and husband Naren were out on a Tuesday for no reason. We had gone to Air, then we've come to China House. It's now 2 a.m. We've gone in, lights have come on, like chalo, bus ho gaya, everyone, we're walking out the door. Suddenly, lights go down, music comes back on. So we're like, chalo, let's go back in because we are those people. Who's walked in? Salman Khan. Salman Khan has walked in. No paps are there because how would they know? He has told everyone, please give everyone's credit cards back. Today, all drinks are on me. He has bought the entire club drinks. Then he started taking bottles of champagne. Aapke liye. He's handed one to Parul. And I had my little camera. And I have a series, it's on my blog, these pictures where Parul's like, Salman, we have a shot of us pointing at him turning around, looking a bit suspicious, then TK with the photos. So there's a series. And I blogged this. The next morning, all the papers picked it up. So it became that influencing or content creator. And then I realized my news cycle was immediate. Because whatever, if some story broke, kuch bhi ho jaye, somebody got married or baby is born, the news will come out in the press the next day. This is before social media. But my cycle was the baby is born and it's on my blog right now. So it was speed.
You know, there's so much more I want to talk to you about, and this is so interesting. In fact, I have so many more questions on my mind, but we have to slip into a very short commercial break right now. And for all of you, do stay tuned to Techno Phantom V-Flip 5G presents Women Pioneers of India in association with Republic TV. We'll continue talking to Malini on the other side. Stay tuned.
Amity has been ranked India's #1 private university for the 11th year by India Today, a testimony to Amity's world-class education, whilst imbibing values and sanskars in students.
See, the main theme of the book is that number one, it was never a fight for a piece of land or real estate or title suit, which some people, including the so-called eminent historians, try to make it to be. It was a matter of faith. And to expect Hindus to produce a birth certificate of Ramji or to produce the revenue records to prove that this is the very place on which the palace of Maharaja Dasharatha, they're absolutely stupid ideas. And this is why we ended up wasting 70 years and losing countless lives, resources, in a fruitless fight, because this issue could have been settled long time back.
So in your book, you also alleged that Pandit Nehru had got an opportunistic streak. What do you mean by that? Could you please elaborate on it?
See, Pandit Nehru had not only an opportunistic streak, he had a contempt for Hinduism. And the speech he made in 1959 in the meeting of architects, this is on very much on record, in which he said the Hindu temples, they are oppressive. They don't allow me to rise. I feel oppressed. And he said, if you want to see the beauty of architecture, acha building dekhna hai, so then Taj Mahal is the template.
Right. You further alleged that Pandit Nehru changed his position on Somnath temple.
See, on 12th of November 1947, that was the day, the first Diwali of independent India. And after Junagadh had been integrated into the Indian Union, Sardar Patel went there, and he promised that Somnath will be rebuilt. See, the main theme of the book is that number one, it was never a fight for a piece of land or real estate or title shoot, which some people, including the so-called eminent historians, try to make it to be. It was a matter of faith, and to expect Hindus to produce a birth certificate of Ramji or to produce the revenue records to prove that this is the
Welcome back. You're watching Techno Phantom. VFlip 5G presents Women Pioneers of India in association with Republic TV. We are in conversation with Malini Agarwal. So Malini, when we started this conversation, you also spoke about the trolls and how people don't understand that, you know, one negative comment can really ruin someone's day. I'm sure you're subject to it too. I mean, you're in the space and people just write anything and everything. How do you respond to your trolls? What is your message to them?
So funny. Again, I would, shameless plug, I addressed it in my first book. I'm actually writing my second book. It's coming out in March. It's called Under the Influence. I'm very proud of the title. I address it in two ways. One, I feel deeply affected and hurt by it and cry a lot. Really? Two, of course, I still remember it's so funny. And the impact it has is so strong. Like, you know, I think you think of me as a very independent, powerful, confident woman that I don't get affected. Like, don't let, you know, they say, oh, you're educated, don't let this stuff affect you. I remember once somebody made a comment saying, Miss Malini, don't post selfies until you get a nose job. Random comment, mean-spirited. But after that moment, I started comparing the size of my nose to everybody else's noses in every picture. I do it to this day, unconsciously. I'll never get a nose job, but it bothers me. Now, is it better if no one had pointed it out? Should I not care what they think? We all care, let's be honest. So I'm not going to sit here and say, don't let it affect you. I know it affects you. The other thing to do is kill it with kindness. I actually heard something, actually B.U. Nick said this. He said, you know, there was a time where he would always give a hazard jawab to the mean comments. And he said, I'm doing a disservice because all the hundreds of nice comments, I don't say anything. But when someone says something mean, I respond. Shouldn't I just start responding to the nice people? Yeah. So I've started flooding the internet with that.
And also, Malini, how do you think technology empowers women to challenge and shatter traditional gender norms and empower women to take control of their lives?
I mean, just look at us sitting here today.
Yeah.
Right? We're sitting here thanks to technology. Otherwise, see, you and I, this is the opposite of it, right? We can sit and have a conversation all day long about women empowerment. So look at us.
Yay.
Two empowered women sitting having a conversation on a show dedicated to empowered women being shot by a lot of men.
Yes.
Who are also empowering us, right?
And a woman who's directing it.
And a woman, of course, a woman directing it, of course. I would say sometimes we have to give boys props too. But that's what I love about it. And, you know, so I run a community of 100,000 women on Facebook called Girl Tribe. And they empower each other every day, whether it's to say, acha ye lehenga kahan se lena hai, or I'm having trouble in my marriage. Yeah. Because sometimes it's easier to talk to strangers. Or someone saying, you know, I'm not able to conceive, or like things that are very close to home. So technology is incredible because suddenly everything is accessible.
Through the course of this conversation, I was thinking that we all have a certain perception of Miss Malini, and for all our gossip consumption, we go to your platform. But having this ethic for the platform you run is so important, and it has been lovely talking to you. And we must take a selfie now.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I did something called Pirate Radio, and I remember the craziest thing happened. One day, this RJ Mihir tagged Imran Khan, the actor, saying, if you like English music, you love Malini's nighttime show, and he tagged me. And at that point, my name was Miss Malini because of the blog. This is before the empire, okay? And I said as a joke, haha, Imran Khan would love for you to come host the show with me. And look at the power of social media. Imran Khan replied to that tweet, which is like 140 characters, saying, I'll do it on one condition, if we call it Pirate Radio, and I can play what I want. And I remember staring at my screen, thinking, did he just reply to me? I knew that rush of a celebrity replying then, and I was like, I'll do whatever. I didn't even ask the program director. I said, done. I love Bollywood, so what else should I put on YouTube? I said, I'll do the latest breaking Bollywood news. Now, I didn't have any breaking news. So I was like, here's my plan. In my room, I used to have this one PG in like Reva Bungalow. My room was really messy, but I had a curtain that separated my closet and mirror. So I'd draw the curtain from behind me, so it looked like I have a pink background, like a shower curtain. I would put my little camera here. I would put to film me, but I could see the reflection in the mirror, so I could see what's filming. This is all a one-man show. And then I would put the midday behind it. And I would read the latest gossip. I would record it and I would upload it to my YouTube channel. Those videos are still on YouTube. That's how I started.
Let Malini's story be an example of how being a differentiator can fuel the pursuit of passion and carve a path for millions. On that note, we'll be back with another interesting season of Techno Phantom. VFlip 5G presents Women Pioneers of India in association with Republic TV. Stay tuned.
See, the main theme of the book is that number one, it was never a fight for a piece of land or real estate or title shoot, which some people, including the so-called eminent historians, try to make it to be. It was a matter of faith, and to expect Hindus to produce a birth certificate of Ramji, or to produce the revenue records to prove that this is the very place on which the palace of Maharaja Dasharatha. They're absolutely stupid ideas. And this is why we ended up wasting 70 years and losing countless lives, resources, in a fruitless fight, because this issue could have been settled long time back.
So in your book, you also alleged that Pandit Nehru had got an opportunistic streak. What do you mean by that? Could you please elaborate on it?
See, Pandit Nehru had not only an opportunistic streak, he had a contempt for Hinduism. And the speech he made in 1959 in the meeting of architects, this is very much on record, in which he said the Hindu temples, they are oppressive. They don't allow me to rise. I feel oppressed. And he said, if you want to see the beauty of architecture, अच्छा building देखना है, तो then Taj Mahal is the template.
Right. You further alleged that Pandit Nehru changed his position on Somnath temple.
See, on 12th of November 1947, that was the day, the first Diwali of independent India, and after Junagadh had been integrated into the Indian Union, Sardar Patel went there, and he promised that Somnath will be rebuilt. See, the main theme of the book is
biggest story tonight, powered by Century Club Prime.
The India Alliance, Akhilesh Yadav, Mamata Banerjee and Uddhav skip the key meeting. It is the biggest vertical split in the India Alliance so far. Nitish Kumar refusing to be the convener. What does he do next? Summoned yet again for Liquorgate by the Enforcement Directorate, with Arvind Kejriwal appear this time around. Three Sadhus from Uttar Pradesh are assaulted by a mob in Bengal. The cops say a probe is underway. Siddaramaiah revolts against Sonia Gandhi's boycott decision, says will be going to Ayodhya. And a BJP MP provokes with will reclaim temples from the mosques remark the party tries to distance. Hello and a very good evening. You're watching Republic and I'm Deepthi Sachdeva. You would recall we here at Republic multiple times have asked that Modi versus who? This is a question that a lot of you also think about. Do remember, though the elections are not presidential, but the very fact that you have someone as formidable and as powerful as Narendra Modi on one side of the aisle versus almost, an alliance of convenience that has been stitched on the other side has made people ask this question again and again. The India alliance that was formed with the larger narrative of ensuring that they will be able to defeat Narendra Modi because they say that Modi just got 37% votes in 2019 and we are the real claimants over the other percentage of votes and the reason why we can claim victory over Narendra Modi. But then what has happened in the last many months will tell you that the entire answer to Modi versus who, ladies and gentlemen, is not easy. But the man that you see there on your screens, Nitish Kumar, many people said, many people believed that he possibly is the best bet against Modi. There are no charges of corruption against him. Nepotism charge does not stick against him. He has been in politics for a long time. He has a sufficient amount of administrative experience. He's been the chief minister of the state of Bihar for 18 long years. 18 long years. But then what has happened? Why has he not been announced as the convener of the India alliance? A post that many people close to Nitish Kumar believe that he deserved. And had he been announced as a convener, they believe a lot could have changed. Now, I quickly want to recap what has happened today in the India Alliance's virtual meeting that took place. And then we will run open the entire story and tell you why possibly this could be the biggest problem, the biggest headache for the India Alliance so far. We are given to understand that Sonia Gandhi in the meeting earlier today did announce that there is a larger consensus that a Nitish Kumar should be named as the convener for the India Alliance bloc. Now, Nitish Kumar, along with his very close leader and a minister in the Bihar government, Sanjay Jha, were present as a part of this virtual meeting that took place earlier. But Nitish Kumar refused to be a part of the convenership of the India Alliance. Now, why has that happened? Nitish Kumar does nothing without thinking about something very well and completely. Does this mean that Nitish Kumar has another game up his sleeve? Could Nitish Kumar be wanting to jump the alliance? Would Nitish Kumar desert the India alliance so far? Is Nitish Kumar peaked right now with the massive delay that the alliance has done and taken to announce him as the convener? And if a Nitish Kumar moves away from the India alliance, remember what is even left in the alliance? Is 2024 then going to be a done deal? On your screen are multiple takeaways from this entire meeting that has transpired so far. Now, do remember the decision that Nitish Kumar takes, ladies and gentlemen, is not going to affect the India alliance. It will also directly affect the government in the state of Bihar that right now is a coalition government being led by Nitish Kumar, supported by the RJD, that is Lalu Prasad Yadav, his son Tejasvi Yadav, who's the deputy chief minister, the left, and multiple political parties. But then, what has happened and who really ensured that a Nitish Kumar is not named as a convener? Many say the answer lies in these names now that you will see on your screens. Who are the people who were not a part of this meeting today? And why did a Mamata Banerjee, why did an Akhilesh Yadav, why did an Uddhav Thackeray decide to skip the meeting? Now, Uddhav Thackeray and Akhilesh Yadav has said that we already had pre-decided engagements and that is the reason why we could not be a part of the virtual meeting. Mamata Banerjee has said much the same, but sources tell Republic that it is Mamata Banerjee who does not want Nitish Kumar to be named as the convener of the India alliance. You would recall not very long ago, Mamata Banerjee was the first chief minister of the India Alliance bloc to actually name Mallikarjun Kharge as the prime ministerial face. So does Mamata Banerjee not want Nitish Kumar to be the convener? Why has Mamata Banerjee stonewalled the name of Nitish Kumar as the convener for the India Alliance? What does he do next? Will he leave the India Alliance bloc? Will he join the NDA? Or will Nitish Kumar, ladies and gentlemen, form a third front? Now, these are all critical questions, but before we actually take answers with our team of reporters joining us, there are more graphics on your screens coming up that will also show you images of those leaders who actually have been a part of that meeting. But do remember, that is not the story. Who was in attendance is not the story. Who was not in attendance is the real story. And who's decided not to be a part of being a convener in the India Alliance is the bigger story. I want to directly take it to Harsha. Then we'll also try to get Prakash with us on the broadcast from Patna. Harsha, to you first up. You know, Nitish Kumar saying, no, thank you, I do not want to be the convener, clearly tells us that this possibly is the first big vertical split in the India Alliance. Harsha, is Nitish Kumar on his way out of the alliance?
It's very strange, Dipti, how the entire Zoom meeting unfolded today. Until now, Nitish Kumar had the aspirations to become the national convener, and until now it was under the wraps because the state unit of JDU continuously was putting up posters and banners in Bihar and in Delhi promoting Nitish Kumar and you know, seeking Congress to make Nitish Kumar as a PM face and the convener for the Indie bloc. And today, when Mallikarjun Kharge formally kept a proposal in front of the 10 political parties, proposed the name of Nitish Kumar to be national convener, the first time it was done in front of all the leaders, in the first time in the all the meeting of the India Alliance. Till now it was not discussed, and Lallan Singh then and there stated that Nitish Kumar doesn't aspire to be national convener. And Nitish Kumar, when asked by Mallikarjun Kharge, Nitish Kumar also stated the same, that I don't aspire to become national convener. This post should be given to someone in Congress, and that to Mallikarjun Kharge objected and stated already a chairperson from Congress, that is me, has been elected as the Indie bloc chairperson. So one person should be from other party, and all political parties have unanimously accepted the proposal to make you as the national convener. And Nitish Kumar left the party. In the end of party, Nitish Kumar was not there, only Lallan Singh was there, and Mallikarjun Kharge there proposed to all the political parties that if they have no issues with Nitish Kumar's name, then Nitish Kumar's name will be consulted with Mamata Banerjee and Akhilesh Yadav and Uddhav Thackeray as well before a formal announcement to be made. And it's very strange that until now Nitish Kumar wanted to become the leader of the Indie bloc. There was voices from the JDU leaders across Bihar and Delhi also that PM face of Indie bloc should be Nitish Kumar, because it is Nitish Kumar who stitched and brought the entire Indie bloc together at one platform. But we don't know that whether in the future course of action whether Nitish Kumar will accept the proposal or not.
Happened in the last many weeks, and we must not forget the JDU even saying that the India Alliance is looking confused. Not just that, even Nitish Kumar said कि Congress को जल्दी ही नहीं है alliance के लिए. And again, if you just connect the dots, someone like a Nitish Kumar is well aware, and many say he's read the reading on the wall, that perhaps 2024 already is looking like a done deal. Harsha, please stay with us. Let's quickly play out the reaction that has come in from Sanjay Jha. He's a very close aide of Nitish Kumar. He's a minister in the Bihar cabinet, and he was sitting right next to Nitish Kumar in this virtual meeting. Listen in to what he has to say on questions. Why has Nitish Kumar turned down the post of a convener?
लेकिन मुख्यमंत्री जी का था कांग्रेस को ही चेयरमैन बनना चाहिए और कोई बात नहीं। मुख्यमंत्री जी शुरू से कहते रहे कोई सामंजस्य भी नहीं।
आप लोगों को क्या लगता है बन जाएंगे नीतीश कुमार संयोजक? सर इनकार
लेकिन मुख्यमंत्री जी का था कांग्रेस को ही चेयरमैन बनना चाहिए और कोई बात नहीं। मुख्यमंत्री जी शुरू से कहते रहे कोई सामंजस्य भी नहीं।
आप लोगों को क्या लगता है बन जाएंगे नीतीश कुमार संयोजक? सर इनकार
So that is a reaction that has come in from Sanjay Jha. Another man who's very, very close to Nitish Kumar is Ashok Chaudhary. He's again, remember, a minister in the Bihar government, Harsha, and we are in fact also waiting for our colleague Prakash to join us. But before he joins us, I just want to read a tweet that came in from Ashok Chaudhary just about a day earlier, Prakash. He said, इंडिया गठबंधन में जनता दल यूनाइटेड के 17 सीटों के दावों का आधार भी है। पिछले लोकसभा चुनाव में जनता दल ने 16 सीटों पर जीत हासिल की थी और कुल मिलाकर 17 सीटों पर हम लोग लड़े थे। Now this is a fact. But then he also puts out another picture, Prakash, below this tweet, on which it is written कि नीतीश जी जिस गठबंधन में भी रहे हैं उसका पलड़ा भारी रहा है। Now नीतीश कुमार जिस गठबंधन में रहे हैं उसका पलड़ा भारी रहा है is again a clear import of the fact that Nitish Kumar is still a game changer and he can change the game in Bihar. Prakash, what are we learning?
Well, whether he's a game changer or not, that will be decided in the future. But that has been happening for quite some time, for in fact 20 odd years in Bihar. And there are three dimensions in Bihar politics. One is the BJP, second is RJD, and third is the JDU for sure. And each party has their own vote bank. And Nitish Kumar has definitely carved a niche for out for himself amongst the electorate in Bihar. So now, given the recent political developments that has unfolded, that Nitish Kumar declining the convener post offer in the meeting that was held through Zoom, it goes to state the fact that there is something wrong in the India alliance, and specifically with his relationship with RJD in particular. And this all started happening in the last meeting of the India alliance that took place in Delhi in the last week of December. When Mamata Banerjee proposed the name of Mallikarjun Kharge as the prime ministerial candidate, and today also he was declared the chairperson and Nitish was announced as the convener, which Nitish declined, saying that I'm not interested in any post. And I'll tell you the exact details of the meetings that took place. Then some party members suggested the name of Lalu Yadav as convener, which Nitish said that there is no problem in Nitish being made Lalu being made the convener. So all is not well in the Mahagathbandhan. And of course, in the India alliance, Nitish feels that the Congress party has unnecessarily delayed the seat sharing issue pan-India, and they're not serious about contesting against Narendra Modi in a very aggressive manner. Because remember, during the course of the assembly elections in the 5 states, Nitish had sarcastically remarked against the Congress party that the Congress party is busy in 5 states and they're not bothered about countering Narendra Modi pan-India. So that is one thing. But given the state of health of Nitish Kumar, there are two factions within the JDU. One led by Lalan Singh, whom Nitish ousted in Delhi as the president because Nitish was fearing that his party might be merged within the RJD. So he took the charge of the JDU presidency himself. Second, there's a chance of political realignment, which I had said in Delhi as well when I was covering the JDU meet, that there is a scope of political realignment and there is something brewing in the mind of Nitish Kumar. And all these events that has unfolded in Bihar's politics, the ouster of Lalan Singh, second, the decline of Nitish Kumar as the convener post is hinting towards that. So we may see a political realignment in Bihar very soon. That's what I read, but we'll wait and watch. I am watching the developments in Bihar, and all these tweets, what you mentioned of Ashok Chaudhary has not gone down for nothing. And there is a section among the JDU which feels that the political realignment with the BJP in future might help save the party, and which the top class of the BJP is also might also not be averse to it, because it is Narendra Modi's election, and the second-rung leadership of the BJP would maybe making a noise that we don't want Nitish Kumar, the doors are shut. But remember, in politics, the doors are and windows are shut, but the top leadership talks through ventilators, and that's what it happens in politics.
Okay. Okay, interesting, Prakash, and clearly in politics, nothing happens without a backstory, and more so if someone is like Nitish Kumar. He hasn't been called Paltu Ram for no reasons, but do give me a moment. You've also had a conversation with the top BJP leaders in the state. Will the BJP be willing to take back Nitish Kumar? Does he still bring anything to the table, or is he a spent force? If he comes back with the BJP, will he still be the chief minister? A lot of these questions will be answered in time in case that realignment happens. But for the moment, this is how the BJP is responding to what has happened earlier in the day.
By Ravi Shankar Prasad, former Union Minister Raviji, Sanjay Jha, the Water Resources Minister, has said that an offer was made to Nitish Kumar regarding convenership of India, but he has declined. He said that he is not interested in any post.
Well, Mr. Prakash Singh, with my political judgment, I would recommend to you, please explore the possibility of setting up an SIT as to who proposed whom, at what juncture, who vetoed that proposal, who pushed someone down in this Gathbandhan, a congregation of self-seekers, is a larger question.
Do you mean to say that Nitish Kumar was pushed down?
I am only giving my political judgment as a political activist. You don't offer it the appropriate time. Thereafter, you keep on having a lot of jalebis types of this and that. Someone putting a veto. This is nothing unnatural. There is a famous saying in Hindi. Can I say that? बड़े बेआबरू होकर तेरे कुचे से हम निकले.
So what lies next for Nitish Kumar then? What is the future of Nitish?
It is for him to decide. But I am very sure the first decisive step for the complete decline of this Gathbandhan has started today. And I could have presumed, Prakashji, if they would have been a case of coming to power, even then there could have been heavy...
You mean to say that Nitish Kumar had gone there to become the Prime Minister, but he's not been made even the face of India?
Let something be said unsaid.
You should speak, because you are an advocate of any eminence, top lawyer of the country. You should speak what you want to speak, Mr. Prasad.
Please try to understand. I'm talking to you in Patna. Go to the corridors and all the big hoarding. Nitish Kumar is being shown as a great leader who can deliver. Well, that is a questionable issue. But if that is the ambition of his supporters, and he tried his best from the very beginning to make this congregation, and this is the result which we are hearing today.
Arjun Kharge becoming the chairperson and Nitish Kumar being offered the convenership.
Again, repeating, बड़े बेआबरू होकर तेरे कुचे से हम निकले.
Tell me one thing, that is there any scope of political realignment happening with your old ally of 17 years?
How can I make any comment on that? No.
Do you think any possibility?
Narendra Modi ji,
are the doors shut?
Narendra Modi ji is winning this whole election hands down along with the BJP and the NDA.
सम्राट चौधरी जी, अभी इंडी गठबंधन की बैठक हुई थी जिसमें वर्चुअल मीटिंग के जरिए ये पता चला है कि नीतीश कुमार ने कन्वीनर पद लेने से मना कर दिया है.
देखिए, हम लोगों को कोई इसकी जानकारी नहीं है, लेकिन बड़ा स्पष्ट है कि हम लोगों से नीतीश कुमार जी को इसलिए अलग किया गया था कि वो प्रधानमंत्री के उम्मीदवार हों. प्रधानमंत्री का उम्मीदवार तो दूर, कन्वेनर भी बनाने के लिए तैयार नहीं. कोई ऑफिशियल बयान कांग्रेस पार्टी का नहीं आया या इंडी गठबंधन का नहीं आया, क्योंकि हम लोगों को जो ट्वीट कल जयराम रमेश जी का था उससे स्पष्ट झलकता था कि ऐसा कोई चर्चा नहीं है. लेकिन ठीक है, अंदर क्या चर्चा हुआ तो इंडी गठबंधन के लोग बताएंगे. लेकिन मेरा मानना है कि बिहार के लोग इंतजार कर रहे थे कि बिहार के नीतीश बाबू को क्या प्रधानमंत्री का उम्मीदवार बनाएगा कि नहीं बनाएगा.
In the middle of all this, there is a quick update now coming in. This is vis-a-vis Hemant Soren, who's been issued yet another summon now by the Enforcement Directorate in the alleged illegal mining case. You would recall that much like Arvind Kejriwal, he's also decided not to make himself available before the agencies. Both of them have tried political vendetta, but what could happen next? Could there be some bit of action, or we will see multiple summons only going in, and the Chief Minister of Jharkhand not honoring it? Prakash continues to stay with us live from Patna. Prakash, what are we hearing? You know, the very fact that he has missed multiple summons, much like in Arvind Kejriwal, is a story of defiance. It's a story also of the fact that the entire opposition believes that this is vendetta politics, and for no reason or rhyme, they are being summoned one after the other by the agencies. But politically speaking, how does this, play out in the state of Jharkhand that's also going to be voting, in the next few months? And is this, a political tactic by Hemant Soren to ensure that he plays the victim card in case there is any coercive action against him?
Well, definitely he's trying to play the victim card, and as far as there are two cases against him, one is the illegal mining scam, and the other one is a land scam, in which he has been summoned. He's been summoned in the land scam. Mining scam is a different issue altogether, in which he had deposed before the Enforcement Directorate in November 2022. This case pertains to the land scam that took place, and in which illegal money was transferred to the kith and kin of Hemant Soren, as well the people who were close to him. The few arrests which has been made. Chavi Ranjan, a senior IS officer, has been arrested of 2011 batch. His press advisor was also questioned and summoned, and various government officials were also summoned. Now, as far as this 8th summon is concerned, he has been violating the protocol as far as the agencies are concerned, and has been defiant, saying that, as you rightly pointed out, that it's a politics of vendetta. That's what the opposition leaders have been charging against, saying that all the agencies are like caged parrot, and they have been working on behalf of the central government. But these are cases, as far as the illegal mining case is concerned, there is an Office of Profit case also in which Hemant Soren is involved, and in which he might have lost his membership, but the investigative report of the Election Commission is with the governor. And the second is the land scam, in which he himself is also one of the accused, I can say that, because he holds the office of the Chief Minister's post, and thereafter he's been summoned time and again. And but he's defiant. We'll wait and watch if he deposes before the Enforcement Directorate in between 16th to 20th January, the time frame in which he has to appear before the ED. And if he doesn't do that, we'll wait and watch what action does the ED takes, because the ED can also take legal recourse and apply for a non-bailable warrant. That's what we get to know. And Jharkhand also goes to the assembly poll later this year in November, and it will be very crucial. And as you rightly pointed out, that he might play the victim card to garner sentiments before the tribal voters in Jharkhand.
All right, Prakash, thank you so much for getting us updates on both those top stories. We'll keep tracking that as we head into a quick break. But on the other side, there is also another story of another chief minister who continues to be defiant. His name is Arvind Kejriwal. He's been summoned yet again by the agencies. Will he respond? We get you that and much more on the other side.
Amity has been ranked India's #1 private university for the 11th year by India Today, a testimony to Amity's world-class education whilst imbibing values and sanskars in students.
See, the main theme of the book is that number one, it was never a fight for a piece of land or real estate or title suit, which some people, including the so-called eminent historians, try to make it to be. It was a matter of faith. And to expect Hindus to produce a birth certificate of Ramji, or to produce the revenue records to prove that this is the very place on which the palace of Maharaja Dasharatha. They're absolutely stupid ideas. And this is why we ended up wasting 70 years and losing countless lives, resources, in a fruitless fight, because this issue could have been settled long time back.
So in your book, you also alleged that Pandit Nehru had got an opportunistic streak. What do you mean by that? Could you please elaborate on it?
See, Pandit Nehru had not only an opportunistic streak, he had a contempt for Hinduism. And the speech he made in 1959 in the meeting of architects, this is on very much on record, in which he said the Hindu temples, they are oppressive. They don't allow me to rise. I feel oppressed. And he said, if you want to see the beauty of architecture, अच्छा building देखना है, तो then Taj Mahal is the template.
Right. You further alleged that Pandit Nehru changed his position on Somnath temple.
See, on 12th of November 1947, that was the day, the first Diwali of independent India, and after Junagadh had been integrated into the Indian Union, Sardar Patel went there, and he promised that Somnath will be rebuilt. See, the main theme of the book is that number one, it was never a fight for a piece of land or real estate or title suit, which some people, including the so-called eminent historians, try to make it to be. It was a matter of faith, and to expect Hindus to produce a birth certificate of Ramji, or to produce the revenue records to prove that this is the very place on which the palace of Maharaja Dasharatha, they're absolutely stupid ideas. And this is why we ended up wasting 70 years and losing countless lives, resources, in a fruitless fight, because this issue could have been settled long time back.
So in your book, you also alleged that Pandit Nehru had got an opportunistic streak. What do you mean by that? Could you please elaborate on it?
See, Pandit Nehru had not only an opportunistic streak, he had a contempt for Hinduism. And the speech...
नेपोटिज्म रॉक्स वाले दुनिया में आप कैसे निकल आए? तो मुझे लगता है आप आउटलायर हैं। और नेपोटिज्म रॉक्स के दुनिया में आउटलायर बनना बहुत मुश्किल है। How is it possible to succeed in an industry which is driven by nepotism at every level?
अगर मौका मिल सकते हैं, अगर आप में प्रतिभा नहीं है तो आज आप नहीं चलिएगा। अभी ऑडियंस इतनी इवॉल्व है कि किसी को मौका मिल सकता है परिवार का होने के नाते। अगर आप में टैलेंट नहीं है, आप उपयुक्त नहीं हो, तो 1 से 2 फिल्म आप इस दौर में देखें कितने परिवार के बच्चे जो अभिनेता थे वो नहीं, उनकी फिल्में नहीं हैं, उनके पास काम नहीं कर रहे हैं। एक मेरे जैसे आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स, आउट ऑफ द एरिना के आदमी के आने की संभावना है, तो मैं आइदर एक्सेप्शन हूँ और पॉसिबिलिटी हूँ, दोनों हो सकता है।
See, the main theme of the book is that number one, it was never a fight for a piece of land or real estate or title suit, which some people, including the so-called eminent historians, try to make it to be. It was a matter of faith, and to expect Hindus to produce a birth certificate of Ramji, or to produce the revenue records to prove that this is the very place on which the palace of Maharaja Dasharatha, they're absolutely stupid ideas. And this is why we ended up wasting 70 years and losing countless lives, resources, in a fruitless fight, because this issue could have been settled long time back.
So in your book, you also alleged that Pandit Nehru had got an opportunistic streak. What do you mean by that? Could you please elaborate on it?
See, Pandit Nehru had not only an opportunistic streak, he had a contempt for Hinduism. And the speech he made in 1959 in the meeting of architects, this is on very much on record, in which he said the Hindu temples, they are oppressive. They don't allow me to rise. I feel oppressed. And he said, if you want to see the beauty of architecture, अच्छा building देखना है, so then Taj Mahal is the template.
Right. You further alleged that Pandit Nehru changed his position on Somnath temple.
See, on 12th of November 1947, that was the day, the first Diwali of independent India, and after Junagadh had been integrated into the Indian Union, Sardar Patel went there, and he promised that Somnath will be rebuilt. See, the main theme of the book is that number one, it was never a fight for a piece of land or real estate or title suit, which some people, including the so-called eminent historians, try to make it to be. It was a matter of faith, and to expect Hindus to produce a birth certificate of Ramji or to produce the revenue records to prove that this is the very place on which the palace of Maharaja Dasharatha, they're absolutely stupid ideas. And this is why we ended up wasting 70 years and losing countless lives, resources, in a fruitless fight, because this issue could have been settled long time back.
So in your book, you also alleged that Pandit Nehru had got an opportunistic streak. What do you mean by that? Could you please elaborate on it?
See, Pandit Nehru had not only an opportunity.
Three Sadhus from Uttar Pradesh who were going to the Ganga Sagar Mela in West Bengal, stripped and assaulted by a violent mob. 12 people have been arrested in connection with the case. According to Purulia police, the mob suspected the three seers as kidnappers. Seers had stopped two minor girls to check the route after they lost their way. Girls allegedly got scared and ran away, prompting locals to assume that the Sadhus must have harassed the girls. Many BJP leaders condemned the attack on Sadhus in West Bengal. Minister slammed the Bengal Chief Minister, saying that under Mamata Banerjee's rule, a terrorist like Shahjahan Sheikh gets the state protection while Sadhus face violence. Amid the ongoing tussle over seat sharing, Congress protested against the Mamata government in Kolkata. Party leader protested against the corruption in West Bengal. Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary led the protest march from Bhawanipur to Seth Sukhlal Karnani Memorial Hospital in Kolkata. He said that the corrupt are admitted to hospital, because of which the poor people are not getting treatment. Protest was curbed by Bengal police, following which Adhir Ranjan was seen squatting on the street, continuing the protest as he was blocked. India Alliance held a virtual meeting to discuss the seat sharing for 2024 Lok Sabha elections and a plan to challenge the BJP in the elections. This was attended by Delhi Chief Minister and Aam Aadmi Party Chief Arvind Kejriwal amid reports of rift between the Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress. Mallikarjun Kharge, Nitish Kumar and Sharad Pawar were a few others who attended this virtual meeting. BJP National President JP Nadda, while addressing the launch of the program Namo Navmatdata Abhiyan at BJP headquarters in Delhi, hit out an Indie bloc and the virtual meeting that took place today, saying that their only agenda is to remove Prime Minister Modi from his post. Nadda also slammed the alliance's decision of hosting a virtual meeting. He said, just like the meeting, the party is also just virtual. Bihar Chief Minister and JDU National President Nitish Kumar has rejected the post of convener of the India Alliance. According to sources, the Bihar Chief Minister has suggested that someone from the Congress should take this responsibility. National Congress Party Chief, NCP Chief Sharad Pawar has said that everyone suggested that Nitish Kumar should take responsibility as a convener, but his opinion is that one who is already in charge should continue. BJP MP Dilip Ghosh has criticized the India Alliance, claiming that they have no purpose other than conducting meetings. BJP MP further added that the India Alliance would soon dissolve. The Enforcement Directorate has issued fourth summon to Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, asking him to appear on the 18th of January. Kejriwal has been summoned in the money laundering probe related to irregularities in the Delhi excise policy. On ED summon to Delhi Chief Minister and Aam Aadmi Party National Convener Arvind Kejriwal, party leader Sushil Gupta has condemned the summons and said that the summon has been issued to prevent Kejriwal from campaigning for 2024 Lok Sabha elections. He also said that before receiving the summon, Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal announced that he will be going to Goa to address a public meeting. On the fourth ED summon to Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma says that if one gets 4 notices from ED and do not mark the attendance, this means that one does not want to go temporarily but wishes to go permanently. As the nation prepares for the consecration ceremony of the Ayodhya Ram Temple, a civil engineer from Nagpur, Praful Matengaonkar, has made a 11-feet replica of Ayodhya's Ram Temple at his home. Government officials and the Ram Mandir Trust officials held a meeting regarding the security arrangements ahead of the Pran Pratishtha ceremony that is scheduled to take place on the 22nd of January. Former Nepal Deputy Prime Minister Bimalendra Nidhi has lauded Ram Mandir consecration and said that the residents of Janakpur were elated when Supreme Court of India gave its verdict in the case, the Ram Janmabhoomi case, because of the connection between Janakpur and Ayodhya.
सर्वोच्च अदालत ने अयोध्या में रामलला मंदिर के लिए फैसला दिया था। उस समय में हम जनकपुर वासी बहुत खुश हुए थे और हमें ये वो क्यों इसलिए भी खुशी हुए थे क्योंकि अयोध्या का और जनकपुर का तो त्रेता युग से संबंध है। माँ जानकी की शादी विवाह अयोध्या के राजा दशरथ के पुत्र रामचंद्र से हुई है, इसलिए उस समय से अयोध्या का और जनकपुर का संबंध है।
While virtually addressing the birth centenary celebrations of Ai Shri Sonal Ma, Prime Minister Modi urged the nation to light a Sri Ram Jyoti in their houses on the occasion of Ram Temple consecration ceremony. On Congress declining the Ram Temple invitation, Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma has doubted the party, saying that they love Babur and not Lord Ram, and that the Gandhi family will offer obeisance to Babur first.
को याद होगा जवाहरलाल नेहरू से लेकर राहुल गांधी तक सब जाके अफगानिस्तान में बाबर टॉम का दर्शन करके भी आया है, तो उन लोग बाबर से प्यार है, राम से कोई आस्था नहीं है, तो बुलाना ही गलत था। मैं मानता हूं किस लिए आप उनको ही बुलाना सही है जिसका मन में प्रभु श्री राम का ऊपर आस्था है। राहुल गांधी सोनिया गांधी क्या मानते क्या नहीं मानते कोई नहीं जानते, और आज अगर बाबर और राम दोनों को खड़ा कर दे सामने, ये गांधी परिवार तो पहले बाबर को प्रणाम करेगा, तो इसीलिए मेरा लगता है नहीं किया तो शांति हुआ है, वो रहने से अनुष्ठान खराब हो जाता था।
Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah says that he is going to join the Pran Pratishtha event set to take place on 22nd of January in Ayodhya. Janata Dal MP Devi Gowda has also confirmed this by calling Siddaramaiah a Ram Bhakt. Thousands of VIP guests have received the invitation for Pran Pratishtha event. The guests attending the inauguration will receive a unique gift, that is the soil extracted during the foundation excavation of the temple, referred to as Ram Raj. The soil will be packed in boxes and presented to the attendees during the ceremony. Following the Poonch attack on Indian Army convoy, Lieutenant General Naveen, 6th Corps GOC, briefs Lieutenant Governor Sinha on current security situation and collaborative efforts with other security forces. Ahead of the 75th Republic Day, Indian Army will showcase Made in India weapons and platforms at Republic Day Parade. Made in India weapons and platforms will be, in fact, the main attraction. And ahead Ahead of Republic Day celebrations, security has been beefed up across Delhi. Delhi police is on high alert in the Gita colony in Yamuna Khadar area of national capital. While speaking at the book launch of A Tryst with Ayodhya, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh has talked about how Ravan was stronger, more knowledgeable and wealthier than Lord Ram. However, he followed him because of his principles. Accused CEO Suchna Seth, who allegedly murdered her 4-year-old son in Goa, has been brought for medical examination. Police investigations reveal that she attempted suicide by slitting her wrist after committing the crime. The debris of the Indian Air Force AN-32 aircraft that went missing over the Bay of Bengal in 2016 has been found approximately 310 kilometers off the Chennai coast. Search images were scrutinized and found to be conforming with an AN-32 aircraft. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath addressed visitors at Janata Darbar in Gorakhpur. During this meeting, Chief Minister Yogi received complaints from the visitors and he assured them to provide help from the government. Chief Minister Yogi, while addressing an event in Gorakhpur, also discussed women empowerment and emphasized the importance of creating a secure environment for women in the state. He said that self-reliance is crucial for ensuring the safety of women. Joint exercise Sahyog Hygiene was conducted off Chennai coast by Indian and Japanese Coast Guards. Indian Coast Guard deployed 9 ships and 6 aircraft with participation from JCG Yashima. As the temperature drops in the national capital, dense fog and a cold wave continue to affect the region. Delhi witnessed disruptions in train and flight schedules due to decreased visibility, with almost zero visibility in some areas. A march was held in Israel to demand the return of Hamas hostages. Now, Israelis marched in southern Israel and pleaded for the release of the hostages taken by Hamas and held for almost 100 days in Gaza. Protesters wore black and red ribbons and carried banners showing pictures of the hostages. The Israeli military released footage of military airstrikes and forces operating in the Gaza Strip. In a statement, the army said its forces killed dozens of terrorists in Khan Yunis and Maghazi refugee camp in Gaza Strip, including commanders from Hamas Nakba forces. Israeli military operations in Gaza have recently focused on the southern city of Khan Yunis and urban refugee camps in the territory's center. An Israeli airstrike late hit a house east of town of Rafah on the border with Egypt, killing at least 13 people, including 2 children. Bodies of the dead, mostly from a displaced family from central Gaza, have been taken to Abu Yusuf al-Najjar hospital in Rafah. Thousands gathered in the Indonesian capital as they took part in a pro-Palestinian rally. At least 5,000 people joined the demonstration in front of the heavily guarded U.S. Embassy in downtown Jakarta, demanding a ceasefire in the Israel-Hamas war. Protesters wore black and white as they joined the protest to end the war in Gaza. Ahead of Martin Luther King Jr. holiday on Monday, the late civil rights leader's daughter, Bernice King, says that her father would have opposed the bombing of Gaza. She says that he would challenge any kind of militaristic approach. Israel has begun its argument to defend itself against South Africa's allegation that the war with Hamas amounts to genocide against Palestinians. The hearing is at the United Nations top court. Israel strongly denies the claim by saying that the term genocide is being weaponized. Meanwhile, South Africa demands for an order for immediate suspension of Israel's military offensive in the Gaza Strip. Jordanian protesters rallied in Amman to express solidarity with Palestinians and gratitude to South Africa for formally accusing Israel of genocide. At the UN's top court, about 2,000 people gathered after the weekly Friday prayers and chanted slogans in support of Gaza's Hamas rulers. Many Palestinians have been displaced amidst the war. The loss of shelter has forced the people to rush to the refugee camps. However, these refugee camps are flooded and do not have the space for further accommodation. Amid violent exchanges across the border, Israeli artillery continue to carry out shelling to West Lebanon as tensions within the powerful Hezbollah terrorist group simmer along the border. UN Assistant Secretary General for the Middle East and the Pacific, Khalid Khayari, urged the Security Council to continue its efforts to prevent escalation of conflict in the Middle East. This plea comes amid Yemen's Houthi rebels pledging fierce retaliation for recent US-led airstrikes. British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky signed a 10-year security pact in Kiev, with Sunak announcing additional military funding to Ukraine. Security pact underscores a commitment to Ukraine's security with goal of halting the Russian aggression. British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak unveiled new military funding for Ukraine during his visit to the Ukrainian capital, aiming at reassuring the country that the West is still providing support nearly 23 months after Russia's invasion. After the US and British militaries in a massive retaliatory strike bombed more than a dozen sites used by the Iranian-backed Houthis in Yemen, the United Nations called for a halt to attack on vessels in the Red Sea. The Turkish Defense Ministry announced that Turkey carried out airstrikes targeting Kurdish terrorists in the neighboring Iraq and Syria. This comes a day after an attack on Turkish military base in Iraq killed 9 Turkish soldiers. Thousands gathered in the Indonesian capital to take part in a pro-Palestinian rally. At least 5,000 people have joined the rally in front of the US Embassy demanding a ceasefire in the Israel-Hamas war. Thousands of Yemenis in the Houthi-controlled capital Sana'a held a massive rally to voice their strong condemnation against the US-Britain joint retaliatory airstrikes on the Houthi targets in the country. Taiwanese President Wen casted her ballot in Taiwan's election. The president urged residents to vote on election day. The ruling party seeks to secure an unprecedented third term since the self-ruled island first held the presidential polls. Ecuadorian President Daniel Noboa visited the TV channel where employees were held hostage for 4 hours by armed gang members who interrupted a live broadcast. President Noboa visited the site to show solidarity with the people who were victims of a terrorist attack. US Secretary Antony Blinken welcomed his Japanese counterpart to the State Department. The meeting comes as the UN Security Council adopting a resolution that demands an immediate halt to attacks by Yemen's Houthi rebels on commercial vessels in the Red Sea. A massive fire broke out at a depot in the Russian city of St. Petersburg. The Russian Emergency Ministry reported that the fire broke out in an area measuring 70,000 square meters. Over 270 emergency workers and 57 vehicles were involved in extinguishing the fire, which did not cause any casualties, according to the head of the local fire department.
Amity has been ranked India's #1 private university for the 11th year by India Today, a testimony to Amity's world-class education whilst imbibing values and sanskars in students.
See, the main theme of the book is that number one, it was never a fight for a piece of land or real estate or title suit, which some people, including the so-called eminent historians, try to make it to be. It was a matter of faith. And to expect Hindus to produce a birth certificate of Ramji or to produce the revenue records to prove that this is the very place on which the palace of Maharaja Dasharatha, they're absolutely stupid ideas. And this is why we ended up wasting 70 years and losing countless lives, resources, in a fruitless fight, because this issue could have been settled long time back.
So in your book, you also alleged that Pandit Nehru had got an opportunistic streak. What do you mean by that? Could you please elaborate on it?
See, Pandit Nehru had not only an opportunistic streak, he had a contempt for Hinduism. And the speech he made in 1959 in the meeting of architects, this is very much on record, in which he said the Hindu temples, they are oppressive. They don't allow me to rise. I feel oppressed. And he said, if you want to see the beauty of architecture, अच्छा building देखना है, तो then Taj Mahal is the template.
Right. You further alleged that Pandit Nehru changed his position on Somnath temple.
See, on 12th of November 1947, that was the day, the first Diwali of independent India, and after Junagadh had been integrated into the Indian Union, Sardar Patel went there, and he promised that Somnath will be rebuilt. See, the main theme of the book is that number one, it was never a fight for a piece of land.
Welcome back. In Karnataka's Haveri district, an interfaith couple was attacked and assaulted by a group of 7 men in a hotel room on Monday. A probe has now been launched into the case and 4 accused have been arrested. Meanwhile, the BJP has demanded SIT probe into this case. Here's a detailed report on this.
In the spine-chilling incident, an interfaith couple was hounded, attacked and assaulted in a hotel room in Karnataka's Haveri district on Monday. A group of 7 men barged into the room and brutally assaulted the couple. The horrific crime was even recorded by the attackers. The survivor is demanding action.
ನಾನು ಸಿರ್ಸಿಯಿಂದ 1 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ 4ನೇ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಕತ್ರಿ ಹೋಟ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೆ. ಅಷ್ಟೇ ರೂಮಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಡುಗರು ಬಂದು ಎಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ ಬೈಕ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೂರಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ ಹೊಳೆ ಹತ್ರ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಹೊಡೆದ್ರು, ಜೀವ ಹೊಡೆದ್ರು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಕಾಡಲ್ಲಿ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಒಬ್ಬರಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಒಬ್ಬರು ರೇಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, 2-3 ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡೋಗಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ 3 ಜನ ಬಂದು ಕಾರ್ ಹತ್ತಿಸಿ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾರ್ ಡ್ರೈವರ್ ರೇಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದವನೇ, ಕಾರ್ ಹತ್ತಿಸಿ ರೋಡ್ ಮೇಲೆ ತಂದುಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬಸ್ ಹತ್ತಿಸೋದ್ರು, ಸಿರ್ಸಿ ಬಸ್. ಅಫ್ತಾಬ್ ಅಕ್ಕೆಯಲೂರು, ಆ ಹುಡುಗರ ಹೆಸರು ಸರಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವ್ರು ಮುಂದ್ಗಡೆ ಬಂದರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ. ಆ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದವರು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ರೇಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದವ್ರೆ. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಶಿಕ್ಷೆ ಆಗಲೇಬೇಕು.
Gang rape charge has now been invoked after the survivors' startling claims.
So now we get to understand that there has been a case of moral policing which has been reported from Haveri under Hanagal police station limits, sir. Is that true, sir?
Yeah, one case has been reported yesterday.
Okay, sir.
I will send you the detailed press note.
Okay, sure, sir.
It include all the detail of the accused who has been arrested, facts which has been added.
Okay, sir. So when was this incident reported, sir?
It was reported to us yesterday morning.
Okay, sir.
It happened on the 8th afternoon.
4 have been arrested so far and a probe into the past criminal record of the accused is underway. A forensic team too visited the site. Upping the ante, the BJP has now demanded SIT investigation into the case.
Till yesterday they were saying there is no gang rape. And the first day the medical checkup was done in very general nature. I have spoken to SP of Haveri and I have told him that detailed medical examination will be done as per the statement of the victim and book a case, and only 3 people are arrested, 3 people are at large. They should be immediately arrested.
The Siddaramaiah government is on the back foot.
Lady goes with another person to a lodge, and naturally, the other persons, there's so many people have seen, her going along with somebody, and they have questioned. And now, after 2 days, she comes out and says that I have been gang raped. And police has taken the case and they've already been arrested, and then the investigation is going on.
Even as political face-off continues to rage on, Hunt is underway to nab the 3 absconding accused. A woman is fighting for justice. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
Tussle over seat sharing continues within India. Akhilesh, Mamata and Uddhav skipped the key meeting. It's the biggest vertical split in India alliance. Nitish Kumar refuses to be the convener now. We get you all that and much more on the other side. Stay tuned.
See, the main theme of the book is that number one, it was never a fight for a piece of land or real estate or title suit, which some people, including the so-called eminent historians, try to make it to be. It was a matter of faith, and to expect Hindus to produce a birth certificate of Ramji or to produce the revenue records to prove that this is the very place on which the palace of Maharaja Dasharatha, they're absolutely stupid ideas. And this is why we ended up wasting 70 years and losing countless lives, resources, in a fruitless fight, because this issue could have been settled long time back.
So in your book, you also alleged that Pandit Nehru had got an opportunistic streak. What do you mean by that? Could you please elaborate on it?
See, Pandit Nehru had not only an opportunistic streak, he had a contempt for Hinduism. And the speech he made in 1959 in the meeting of architects, this is on very much on record, in which he said the Hindu temples, they are oppressive. They don't allow me to rise. I feel oppressed. And he said, if you want to see the beauty of architecture, अच्छा building देखना है, तो then Taj Mahal is the template.
Right. You further alleged that Pandit Nehru changed his position on Somnath temple.
See, on 12th of November 1947, that was the day, the first Diwali of independent India, and after Junagadh had been integrated into the Indian Union, Sardar Patel went there, and he promised that Somnath will be rebuilt. See, the main theme of the book is that number one, it was never a fight for a piece of land or real estate or title suit, which some people, including the so-called eminent historians, try to make it to be. It was a matter of faith, and to expect Hindus to produce a birth certificate of Ramji or to produce the revenue records to prove that this is the very place on which the palace of Maharaja Dasharatha, they're absolutely stupid ideas. And this is why we ended up wasting 70 years and losing.
क्या बॉलीवुड थोड़ी opportunistic है? मतलब does it blow with the wind? जहाँ हवा चल रही है उसी तरफ?
थोड़ी नहीं है, बहुत अधिक है
ना?
और बॉलीवुड ही नहीं, व्यवसाय कहिए, सिनेमा आर्ट का बिजनेस है। लोग बोलते थे कि आज ऑडियंस यही चाहती है, तो मैं सोच रहा था ऑडियंस कैसे चाहती है, ये प्रोड्यूसर्स को कैसे पता चलता है, मेकर्स को चिट्ठी भेजते हैं कि हमको आइटम सॉन्ग चाहिए, फिर लगा कि ऑडियंस ने एक फिल्म को हिट करा दिया, तो वो एक पैरामीटर बन गया कि ये हिट हो गया, मतलब लोग ये चाहते हैं, तो वैसा 10 बना दो। सिनेमा में जैसे कोई एक हिट हो जाए ना, तो उसके बाद उसकी लाइन लग जाएगी उस टाइप की फिल्में बनने की। अब इसमें उस बनाने वाले के इंटेंशन को समझना पड़ेगा कि उसका सच में अचानक उसके विचार बदले हैं कि व्यावसायिक पहलू को देख के उसके विचार बदले हैं। तो यस, नॉट ओनली बॉलीवुड, बाकी सब लोग, व्यावसायिक पक्ष बहुत अहम होता है, सिनेमा भी आर्ट ऑफ बिजनेस है।
This is Republic Divya Pahuja Studio, your one stop for all the breaking news updates, and I am Nikita Sahai.
नेपोटिज्म रॉक्स वाले दुनिया में आप कैसे निकल आए? तो मुझे लगता है आप आउटलायर हैं। और नेपोटिज्म रॉक्स के दुनिया में आउटलायर बनना बहुत मुश्किल है। How is it possible to succeed in an industry which is driven by nepotism at every level?
अगर मौका मिल सकते हैं, अगर आप में प्रतिभा नहीं है तो आज आप नहीं चलिएगा। अभी ऑडियंस इतनी इवॉल्व है कि किसी को मौका मिल सकता है परिवार का होने के नाते। अगर आप में टैलेंट नहीं है, आप उपयुक्त नहीं हो, तो 1 से 2 फिल्म। आप इस दौर में देखें कितने परिवार के बच्चे जो अभिनेता थे वो नहीं, उनकी फिल्में नहीं हैं, उनके पास काम नहीं कर रहे हैं। एक मेरे जैसे आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स, आउट ऑफ द एरिना के आदमी के आने की संभावना है। तो मैं आइदर एक्सेप्शन हूँ और पॉसिबिलिटी हूँ, दोनों हो सकता है।
Tussle over seat sharing continues within the IND alliance. Akhilesh, Mamata and Uddhav have skipped the key meeting. It is the biggest vertical split in the IND alliance. Nitish Kumar refusing to be the convener now. What does he do next? Will he jump ship? Summoned yet again for Liquorgate by the Enforcement Directorate. Will Arvind Kejriwal appear this time around? Three Sadhus from Uttar Pradesh are assaulted by a mob in Bengal. The cops say a probe is underway. Siddaramaiah revolts against Sonia's boycott decision, says will be going to Ayodhya. BJP MP provokes with will reclaim temples from the mosque's remark. The party tries to distance itself. Hello and a very good evening. You're watching Republic and I'm Deepthi Sachdeva, and let's shine our spotlight today on the man called Nitish Kumar. Now you would wonder that why all of a sudden Nitish Kumar is being talked about so much, because in the run up to 2024, ladies and gentlemen, if there is one person, one leader and one convener of the IND alliance, if we could use that word, that many said is a foregone conclusion. Nitish Kumar ensured that parties that do not see eye to eye, like the Aam Aadmi Party, the Congress, the Trinamool, the left in Bengal, they all come together. It's only because of the kind of efforts by the Janata Dal chief, also the Bihar chief minister for 18 long years. So hence, it was expected that Nitish Kumar finally will be announced as the convener for the alliance. Now, earlier today, you've had the entire IND alliance meeting, barring a few netas who met today, and we are given to understand that Sonia Gandhi proposed the name of Nitish Kumar as the convener. But then came the spanner in the works. The spanner in the works because netas like Mamata Banerjee, netas like Akhilesh Yadav, and netas like Uddhav Thackeray were not present in the meeting. But the real problem began where reports came in that Mamata Banerjee perhaps is averse to the name of Nitish Kumar as the IND alliance convener. Nitish Kumar, many say, has sensed the reading, and he's also got a larger inkling of the fact that Mamata Banerjee perhaps does not want him to be named as the IND alliance convener. So he said, we are not taking up the post just yet. On the other side, The Congress possibly would want to announce Mallikarjun Kharge as the chief of the India alliance, who will ensure that seat sharing and a lot of other things will be ironed out. But what will Nitish Kumar do next? Is he irked? Is he piqued with the entire alliance and the pace it has taken over? First up, this reaction that has come in from Sanjay Jha earlier.
कांग्रेस को ही चेयरमैन बनना चाहिए और कोई बात नहीं मुख्यमंत्री जी शुरू से कहते रहे
आप लोगों को क्या लगता है बन जाएंगे नीतीश कुमार संयोजक सर? सर इनकार
लेकिन मुख्यमंत्री जी का था कांग्रेस को ही चेयरमैन बनना चाहिए और कोई बात नहीं मुख्यमंत्री जी शुरू से कहते रहे
आप लोगों को क्या लगता है बन जाएंगे नीतीश कुमार संयोजक सर? सर इनकार
लेकिन मुख्यमंत्री जी का था कांग्रेस को ही चेयरमैन बनना चाहिए और कोई बात नहीं मुख्यमंत्री जी शुरू से कहते रहे
आप लोगों को क्या लगता है बन जाएंगे नीतीश कुमार संयोजक सर? सर इनकार
Raja sir, exactly what happened in the meeting? It was a Zoom meeting, multiple times it got cancelled, but today it happened. How many parties did join and what were the issues which were taken up?
12 parties have been invited. Out of 12 parties, 10 were present. TMC, Samajwadi Party, their leaders could not attend the meeting. And seat sharing question was discussed in general, and it was suggested we should finish off the negotiations as early as possible. Then the question of chairperson, convener was discussed. Those who were present, they were for Mr. Kharge as chairperson, and a proposal was made, Mr. Nitish Kumar should be the convener. Kharge as chairperson, he was present. Towards the end, Mr. Nitish was not there. The proposal which was accepted by the meeting, it has been suggested that Mr. Kharge would inform TMC, SP leaderships and also take the final approval of Mr. Nitish Kumar, and accordingly, that's all.
Sir, one more thing. Everyone is also saying that largely it is being said that Nitish Kumar declined in the meeting the proposal of national convener. How was it, sir?
No, it was said he is not aspirant. That is how their party has informed.
So all the other parties have no reservation, and finally the final call will be to make Nitish Kumar a national convener.
Yeah, because the idea is to have Congress party being the largest party as chairperson, and one non-Congress party to be the convener. That is the idea.
I'm joined by Ravi Shankar Prasad, former Union Minister. Raviji, Sanjay Jha, the Water Resources Minister, has said that an offer was made to Nitish Kumar regarding convenership of India, but he has declined. He said that he is not interested in any post.
Well, Mr. Prakash Singh, with my political judgment, I would recommend to you, please explore the possibility of setting up an SIT as to who proposed whom, at what juncture, who vetoed that proposal, who pushed someone down in this Gathbandhan, a congregation of self-seekers, is a larger question.
So do you mean to say that Nitish Kumar was pushed down?
I am only giving my political judgment as a political activist. You don't offer it the appropriate time. Thereafter, you keep on having a lot of jalebis types of this and that. Someone putting a veto. This is nothing unnatural. There is a famous saying in Hindi. Can I say that? बड़े बेआबरू होकर तेरे कुचे से हम निकले.
So what lies next for Nitish Kumar then? What is the future of Nitish?
It is for him to decide. But I am very sure the first decisive step for the complete decline of this Gathbandhan has started today. And I could have presumed, Prakashji, if there would have been a case of coming to power, even then there would have been heavy.
You mean to say that Nitish Kumar had gone there to become the Prime Minister, but he's not been made even the face of India?
Let something be said unsaid.
No, you should speak because you are an advocate of any eminence, top lawyer of the country. You should speak what you want to speak, Mr. Prasad.
Please try to understand. I'm talking to you in Patna. Go to the corridors and all the big hoarding. Nitish Kumar is being shown as a great leader who can deliver. Well, that is a questionable issue. But if that is the ambition of his supporters, and he tried his best from the very beginning to make this congregation, and this is the result which we are hearing today.
Jun Kharge becoming the chairperson and Nitish Kumar being offered the convenership.
Again, repeating, बड़े बेआबरू होकर तेरे कुचे से हम निकले.
Tell me one thing, that is there any scope of political realignment happening with your old ally of 17 years?
How can I make any comment on that? No.
Do you think any possibility?
Narendra Modi ji,
are the doors shut?
Narendra Modi ji is winning this whole election hands down along with the BJP and the NDA.
सम्राट चौधरी जी, अभी इंडी गठबंधन की बैठक हुई थी जिसमें वर्चुअल मीटिंग के जरिए ये पता चला है कि नीतीश कुमार ने कन्वीनर पद लेने से मना कर दिया है.
कि हम लोगों को कोई इसकी जानकारी नहीं है, लेकिन बड़ा स्पष्ट है कि हम लोगों से नीतीश कुमार जी को इसलिए अलग किया गया था कि वो प्रधानमंत्री के उम्मीदवार हैं. प्रधानमंत्री का उम्मीदवार तो दूर, कन्वेनर भी बनाने के लिए तैयार नहीं. कोई ऑफिशियल बयान कांग्रेस पार्टी का नहीं आया या इंडी गठबंधन का नहीं आया, क्योंकि हम लोगों को जो ट्वीट कल जयराम रमेश जी का था उससे स्पष्ट झलकता था कि ऐसा कोई चर्चा नहीं है. लेकिन ठीक है, अंदर क्या चर्चा हुआ तो इंडी गठबंधन के लोग बताएंगे. लेकिन मेरा मानना है कि बिहार के लोग इंतजार कर रहे थे कि बिहार के नीतीश बाबू को क्या प्रधानमंत्री का उम्मीदवार बनाएगा कि नहीं बनाएगा. बनाया नहीं तो
पर्सन तो बना दिया मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे को. तो
कांग्रेस पार्टी का ये छवि रहा है, चाहे वो चरण सिंह जी की सरकार रही हो, चाहे वो चंद्रशेखर जी की सरकार रही हो, और चाहे यूनाइटेड फ्रंट की सरकार रही हो. सभी जगह पर आप देखे होंगे कांग्रेस ने समाजवादियों को इसी तरह ठगने का काम किया है, वही प्रतीक झलकता है.
तो नीतीश जी, क्या लगता है आपको कि प्रधानमंत्री का चेहरा अगर नहीं बनाया जाएगा तो वो कुछ भी राजनीतिक फैसला ले सकते हैं? जैसे कि कन्वीनर पद पर संजय झा ने अभी बयान दिया, उन्होंने कहा कि नीतीश जी ने कहा कि मुझे किसी पद की इच्छा नहीं है.
देखिए, नीतीश कुमार जी 1999 से ये कह रहे हैं कि हमको इच्छा नहीं है. रेल मंत्री भी बने, कृषि मंत्री भी बने, बिहार के मुख्यमंत्री भी बने, और नीतीश बाबू ने उस दौर में भी कहा था कि इस पद पर राबड़ी देवी बैठ गई, अब हमको कभी इच्छा नहीं हो सकती. वो दिन भी हमको याद है. इसलिए नीतीश बाबू जो कहते हैं वो करते नहीं हैं, उस पर बहुत बोलने की जरूरत हमको नहीं लगता है. लेकिन स्पष्ट है कि नीतीश कुमार जी को इंडी गठबंधन के लोगों ने प्रधानमंत्री मानने से इनकार कर दिया.
तो क्या आपको लगता है कि बीजेपी का दरवाजा और खिड़की जो आप लोग बार बार बोलते हैं वो बंद है, तो क्या सचमुच बंद है?
नहीं, दरवाजा क्या, हम लोग तो चाहते हैं कि चुनाव में आए. इंडी गठबंधन के लोगों को स्पष्ट तौर पर बताना चाहते हैं. पिछले बार राजद का खाता नहीं खुला था, माले का खाता नहीं खुला था, कांग्रेस का गलती से खाता खुला था. इस बार जेडीयू भी खाता नहीं खोलेगी और माले भी खाता ही. कांग्रेस
मतलब नीतीश कुमार के साथ चुनाव लड़ेंगे कि अकेले?
ये तो समय बताएगा, लेकिन स्पष्ट दिखता है कि नीतीश कुमार जी का खाता खुलने वाला बिहार में नहीं है.
ये बताइए, नीतीश जी के लिए बातचीत, कुछ पॉलिटिकल रिअलाइनमेंट हो सकता है?
कोई उपाय नहीं है, सारे रास्ते बंद हैं.
बंद है, लेकिन रोशनदान खुला हुआ रहता है ऊपर का.
किसी भी हालत में
आप में तो ऐसे ही रोशनदान के जरिए
2017 में इसलिए खोला था रास्ता कि नरेंद्र मोदी जी को उन्होंने नेतृत्व मानने से इनकार कर दिया था. उन्होंने मान लिया, कोई दिक्कत नहीं. आज तो वो स्वयं भागे हैं ना. 13 में भी वो स्वयं गए थे बीजेपी को छोड़कर, और आज भी 22 में भी वो स्वयं छोड़ के गए।
चलिए
So you've heard those string of reactions that have come in right now from the BJP, and also that reaction that came in from Sanjay Jha earlier. It's good to have Anila Singh of the BJP, Naid of the Samajwadi Party. We also have Anirban, who leans towards the Trinamool, and we are waiting guests from the Janata Dal United and the Congress to join us in just a moment. But with your permission, ladies, I want to take this first to Anirban. Anirban, why does Mamata Banerjee hate Nitish Kumar so much? I mean, had Nitish Kumar been announced as the convener today for the INDA alliance, don't you believe this would have been a head start for the alliance?
Mamata Banerjee has already proposed the name of the Honorable Chief of Congress Party, that is Mallikarjun Kharge, as the convener and also the face of the India alliance. Therefore, her stance, her political stance, her party's political stance is already in the public forum. The Aam Aadmi Party has supported that particular proposal as well.
She doesn't want Nitish Kumar to be the convener. No, Anirban, you're making that absolutely clear. No Nitish Kumar as convener.
When Madam Mamata Banerjee has already proposed a name of a person, then why would she agree on somebody else? Therefore, the name from the TMC side is that of Mallikarjun Kharge Saab, and Aam Aadmi Party has also supported it. Therefore, at least the two parties, their official position is that they want Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge as the convener, as well as the face of the India alliance. So that is very clear,
what is the problem with
TMC
Nitish Kumar, if I may ask?
So if the other parties want to discuss
Anirban,
about
what is the problem with the Nitish Kumar, if I may ask?
See, when somebody is proposing a name, a single name, say Mallikarjun Kharge, that does not mean automatically the rest of all the leaders have some kind of a problem. That is not how things work. I might even say that when the BJP selected Mr. Narendra Modi as their prime ministerial candidate, did that mean they did not have any trust on Amit Shah or JP Nadda or Nitin Gadkari, etc.?
No, don't do this. Anirban, it's an argument that falls flat. It's an argument that falls flat. What has been made very clear, Naid, is the fact that the TMC, Mamata Banerjee, will never agree for the name of Nitish Kumar. Does Akhilesh Yadav believe that Nitish Kumar should be the convener of the INDA alliance? Because interestingly, we'll tell our viewers, both the Trinamool Congress and the SP and Uddhav remained absent from this virtual meeting, Nahid. So are you okay with Nitish Kumar, or like Mamata Banerjee, you have a problem with him too?
See, discussions regarding the seat sharing, and this is being it's echoing, kindly have it corrected. See,
we'll get it fixed.
Discussions, thank you. Discussions regarding the seat sharing and other issues in India alliance are underway, and soon officially you will be told, media will be informed officially. So I think you should just wait for some time, let official statements come out. And second thing I would like to say, that Justice V. Krishna Iyer, a very senior judge of Honorable Supreme Court, used to say, चर्चा बहुत मजबूत लोगों की होती है और चर्चा बहुत ही कमजोर लोग करते हैं. So debating on India alliance every day proves that India, which comprises of 140 crore population, is very strong, and N.D.A is very weak. And in fact, I would like to thank you for debating on us every day. Your such debates are increasing our votes. See, N.D.A was in coma for years. It was closed in a bottle. But seeing the alliance, India alliance, N.D.A came out of the bottle after approximately 20 to 25 years.
Naid, forget everything else. I just asked you about Nitish Kumar. What do you think about Nitish Kumar as the convener for the alliance?
I beg your pardon, I didn't hear.
I'm saying, what about Nitish Kumar as the convener for the alliance?
No, I'm telling you that whatever officially India Gadbandhan, India Alliance will officially tell the media everything. What's the hurry about? What's the hurry about it? They talk about BJP now. BJP has become so
why
weak
should we
that
have
in
a hurry?
Rajasthan,
We aren't
sitting
contesting
minister, he
elections.
lost
You should
election
be in a
right
hurry.
now.
No.
Badly, and
The party should be in a hurry. The BJP is looking at deciding who's going to contest from where. They perhaps might be ready with a list soon, Naid. And you people are right now having an issue with deciding even a convener. Tell me something. Why wasn't Akhilesh Yadav a part of the meeting today?
I cannot hear you.
No, because you're not answering my question, Naid. I asked you, why was Akhilesh Yadav not a part of the meeting?
What do you mean, what question? You should ask BJP a question, no? That they talk about that BJP asked vote on Mr. Modi's face, and right now, just few days back in Rajasthan, BJP lost badly. The sitting minister lost badly. This wasn't that minister's defeat. This was BJP's defeat. The people of Rajasthan rejected the face BJP is asking vote on. खुद मोदी जी कहते हैं आप मुझे देखिए कैंडिडेट को ना देखिए मेरी शक्ल पर वोट दीजिए. People are rejecting. N.D.A is so weak that see the Gujarat model BJP talks about. What has Supreme Court just said recently about Gujarat model? What has BJP Honorable Supreme Court has said in Bilkis Bano case? BJP is a party which supports rapists.
Okay, Naid, you've answered the question. You've also answered the question. Anirban has also answered the question. Before I come to Anila, in this entire conversation, you know, we'll also get Nikhil, who leans towards the Congress. He's joining us, Anila, and then I'm going to come to you. And because of some reasons, we have not been able to connect with the Janata Dal United, spokesperson here. But Nikhil, both the Samajwadi Party and the Trinamool are making it very clear they do not want Nitish Kumar as the convener. Now tell me something, the Congress knows that without these parties you cannot be, stitching an alliance. But are you willing to let Nitish Kumar walk away from the INDA alliance, perhaps join the NDA or create a third front?
Divya, I think there is some miscommunication because I'm hearing the SP spokesperson asking you who told you that. Because a lot of what we've been hearing about what the SP wants, the TMC wants, or the Congress wants is what we hear from sources.
I'll tell you who's told me this. Wait, Nikhil, no, let's clear this out. It is Sanjay Jha, who was a part of the virtual meeting, and he was sitting next to Nitish Kumar. He's spoken to the media, and he says कि Nitish Kumar जी को ये proposal मिला था. Nitish Kumar जी ने कह दिया है कि वो इस proposal में interested नहीं है. Nikhil, if you want, I can play out that soundbite.
No. DP, I don't understand where is the problem then. That because if the SP and TMC are not making any statements with regards to Nitish Kumar not being the convener, and Nitish Kumar himself is okay not being the convener.
No.
Where is the
Nikhil, before you joined us, Anirban has not minced his words. Anirban has simply said Mamata Banerjee, madam, has decided the name of Mallikarjun Kharge as the convener.
No, with all due respect to Anirban, I don't hear Mamata Banerjee saying that or the TMC officially releasing a statement to that effect. See, I can't speak on behalf of the Congress. I may support the Congress, but because I say something, you can't say that the Congress is saying that. Same also applies to Anirban. Of course, the situation is different with Anila and the SP spokesperson on the panel. But we are not spokespersons. We can't decide on television
Banerjee
panels
and Akhilesh Yadav have propped up the name of... No, listen, Nikhil. You know, you want to run with the hare, hunt with the hound. You think people are fools. You think the voters are fools.
Absolutely
not. The problem is that there is so much of an infighting in the entire INDA alliance right now. No, Nikhil, tell me something. Why has Nitish Kumar declined to be the convener? Did you not discuss this with parties like the Trinamool, parties like the Samajwadi Party earlier, before, calling for this meeting today?
See, Deepthi, Nitish Kumar is one of the most senior leaders in the opposition alliance, and obviously several leaders in the alliance and several parties in the alliance are going to feel that he should lead the alliance as the convener. On the other hand, a lot of other people might feel that Sonia Gandhi should lead it, or Mallikarjun Kharge should lead it, or Rahul Gandhi should lead it. And that's perfectly all right. Because Nitish Kumar has declined to be the convener, or Mamata Banerjee should lead it, right? Because Nitish Kumar has declined to be the convener, I don't understand where the problem is. It's not like Nitish Kumar is saying I'm leaving the alliance and therefore I can't be the convener. He's very well intact in the alliance, the JDU,
Maybe
the SP,
you'll
the
understand
TMC.
after May 2024, Nikhil. Okay, good. Good. That is good pace. Now, okay, let's come to Anila, because Anila, I think your role becomes more important here. Now, in case Nitish Kumar walks out of the INDA alliance and he wants to be a part of the NDA, Anila, are you willing to take him back? Will Nitish Kumar be back with the BJP?
This party is anti-OBC, SC, ST. What sort of a question are you asking them? This is a party whose very foundation was laid against against OBC, SC, and ST on 6th April 1980.
See, you also hate Nitish Kumar. Mamata Banerjee hates Nitish Kumar. Nitish Kumar has read the writing on the wall, and that is why he said no thank you to all of you today. Wait, Naid, Anila hasn't spoken a word. Let her respond, please. Let her respond. You can laugh off the question. Naid, I'm requesting you. Anila hasn't said a word yet. Please listen to her. Anila only, please.
My Ram to all. Deepti, whether Mr. Nitish stays in this alliance or whether he stays in this alliance, that is his own decision. That is his political decision. And whether he will come in NDA or not, again, he has to take a decision, and finally, our leadership has to think about it. So I cannot comment on that. But in our childhood days, we used to play one game, Chidiya Ud. So now what I am observing is Akhilesh Ud, Mamata Ud, Uddhav Ud. This is what is happening in this alliance. I can very well understand why Mr. Akhilesh Yadav and Mr. Uddhav Thackeray has not been able to attend this so-called virtual meeting. Perhaps they have gone into coma. Why? Because in Uttar Pradesh, what we are hearing is that Mrs. Sonia Gandhi really wants Mayawati to come into this alliance. If she comes into the alliance, we very well know that Mr. Akhilesh Yadav is going to lose all the importance. And secondly, if I talk about Mr. Uddhav Thackeray, we know it very well that what has happened to his party. A person who doesn't have his own political party, doesn't have his election symbol of the political party, so no support for his party as well. So you can very well understand that they do not want to play any active role in this alliance. They know that they are not going to stand with them. So Akhilesh Yadavji is very much worried about his political existence in Uttar Pradesh.
Take this to Naid and she responds to the Mayawati factor.
Well.
Tell me something, is Nitish Kumar, you believe, still an asset? Can Nitish Kumar still be an asset for the BJP in the state of Bihar? Is he still an asset or not?
We cannot deny this fact that Mr. Nitish Kumar is a very senior leader, a very seasoned leader, but at the same time, his tactic of on and off is not politically correct thing to do. When he was with NDA, when he was with us, I will say, he was having all the powers, all the stability. Like we got 4 MLAs in Bihar, yet he was with the chief minister. I don't know why. What were personal aspirations because of which he went towards RJD. Now then he started playing so active role in this alliance, and just see what happened to him. Nobody is really serious to make him a convener. You know that Congress wants to play like a big.
Oh yes, I think all the parties that we see on our screen, Sanila, including Nikhil's, Anirban's and Naid, they've ignored Nitish Kumar. So, when you try to outsmart Nitish Kumar, Nikhil, history will tell you that Nitish Kumar will come back to outsmart you.
You are not the spokesperson.
But I'll let Naid respond before Nikhil comes in. Naid, what about the Mayawati factor? The truth is that Akhilesh Yadav does not want Mayawati with the part of the INDA alliance. Or are you okay with Behenji joining the alliance?
This question is to me?
Yes, Naid.
See, first of all, do not misquote my party at all. You are an anchor, behave like an anchor. Do not behave like a BJP spokesperson.
But she's talking.
No, okay. I'm talking sense.
What did I misquote?
Don't behave like a BJP spokesperson.
When you don't have any explanation or an answer for a question,
statement when he said हम बहनजी के साथ काम करने को तैयार हैं. It's fancy, you know. It's fancy. No, let me respond to Naid. Don't try to divert the debate. You don't have an answer to the question. Say that.
No, you.
Is Akhilesh Yadav okay with Mayawati in the India alliance?
नीतीश कुमार जी को समाजवादी पार्टी इग्नोर कर रही है. How are you saying that? Show one statement. Now show one statement where समाजवादी पार्टी has said
बोलिए ना
anything
कि हम
against
नीतीश कुमार जी का स्वागत
on
करते
your
हैं
channel.
as the convener.
Either
अब बात खत्म कर दीजिए, आप बोल दीजिए ये.
apologize for your callous statements. Either apologize for your callous statements or you show me the video.
No.
Show
Naid, I asked you. You can still tell me if you support Nitish Kumar as the convener of the INDA alliance or not.
I told you in the beginning that wait, everything will be officially announced. But you are making callous statements, so show on your channel.
But that is not the answer, no. Either you are for him, you are against him.
Or you apologize. Or you apologize for your
People have got the answer, Naid. You tell me about Mayawati now.
No, you tell me
Okay,
first.
I can make callous statements, it's okay. You have an axe to grind against me, no problems. Naid, what about Mayawati?
You apologize for your
What about Mayawati? Do you remember the statements made by SP with regard to the BSP?
I'm going to stick to Nitish Kumar ji's statement right now. You made callous statements, madam. So you should prove where Samajwadi Party has said anything against Nitish Kumar ji, or you apologize on your debate right now.
Arey Baba, I'm asking you a question. You're the official spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. Why don't you tell me whether you support Nitish Kumar or not?
Of course, all the leaders in the India Alliance, all the leaders in the India Alliance are mass leaders. They have crores and crores of votes behind them. Be it Nitish Kumar ji, be it Akhilesh Yadav ji, Mamta ji, Rahul ji, Kejriwal ji. So many of them.
But all of them can't be the convener, no? There has to be one convener, no, Naid? So Nitish Kumar should be the convener or not?
Either you apologize, either you apologize on your debate. Madam, you need to apologize for making callous statements regarding Samajwadi Party.
Okay, Naid, I think I've got the answer. It's okay. It's okay. You don't want to make it obvious, which is fine. You don't want to make it obvious, it is fine. Anirban will come in quickly before Nikhil comes in. Anirban.
Is there a convener in
the NDA? First of all,
Nikhil, you must worry about the INDA alliance. No, in case you haven't decided to switch sides to the NDA.
No, I never said that
Anirban goes first.
Decided on the convener's name.
The BJP can also worry about the India alliance.
Please don't misquote me.
Is there a convener of the India alliance? If at all it is an alliance in the first place.
One by one. Anirban first.
First of all, what I said that the name of Mallikarjun Kharge was proposed by TMC, that is in the public
I'm going to come back to you. Let Anirban complete his point.
By anyone.
Then you can make your counterpoints,
media is to be believed, that is the position of a party. Now, of course, the convener can be one person. So just because one name has been proposed, does that automatically mean all the rest of them are disrespectable? You can refuse them, you can ignore them. So when the BJP chose Narendra Modi as their prime ministerial candidate, did that mean they hated all the other leaders? What kind of a logic is that? Only one person can be proposed, one person can be chosen. And
will you, as in the Trinamool Congress, want Nitish Kumar to be named as the convener or not? That's the only question I asked you.
No. Okay. Will the BJP want Nitin Gadkari as the prime minister? If the answer is no, that means they hate Nitin Gadkari. This is the logic.
Let them respond to that. No. Anirban, that's a question Anila will respond to.
Convener post is for one
but
person.
You must respond to the question because you are a part of the INDA alliance, no?
In the public forum, if the media is to be believed, the TMC has proposed Mr. Kharge's name. If that is to be believed, that is not an official statement, but that is the media sources. Now, if you want me to believe that the media is lying, I can do nothing about that. But when you are proposing one single name, that does not automatically mean you are hating others.
Media is always lying.
What kind of logic is that?
Media is always lying. You know, when there are images of violence in West Bengal, the media is lying. There is a narrative that is being created, which is absolutely fine. But Anila, just give me 30 seconds. I want to get Nikhil into the conversation. He's been waiting for some time. Nikhil, tell me something. Is it now a given that Akhilesh, Uddhav Thackeray and Mamata Banerjee, who were not a part of the entire INDA alliance meeting today, possibly are not okay with the Nitish Kumar as a convener? Did you discuss this name with them or not?
Ditya, absolutely not. Time and again, the India Alliance has held meetings and one or the other leader had to give it a miss because they're very tall leaders. Some of them are chief ministers. And just because they were not present in the meeting today, that is not to mean that they are unhappy with Nitish Kumar or Mr. Kharge or with the alliance or that they're leaving the alliance. I don't understand what sort of a insecurity the BJP has with regards to the India alliance. At every time a leader is not attending a meeting, they feel, this party is going to leave the alliance, this leader is going to leave the alliance. Nobody is leaving the alliance. Everybody
No,
is
you should be
intact
worried,
with the
as in the
alliance. The
Congress should
alliance
be worried.
started
No,
out with
Nikhil,
26
just think of a
members in
fact. What
July.
happens if
It now has
Nitish Kumar
28.
walks out
Every
of the
single of those
alliance?
26 members are still intact.
What will happen in the state of Bihar that has 40 Lok Sabha seats in case Nitish Kumar walks out of the alliance? Nikhil,
in case,
have you
it's all
imagined a situation
hypothetical.
like
What
that?
is happen? No. What is going to happen to the BJP in case Narendra Modi decides to walk away from the BJP? What is going to happen to the NDA alliance in case the BJP decides to walk out of the NDA alliance? We can't go with these hypotheticals. Nitish Kumar and the JDU are still intact with the India alliance, as are the SP, the TMC, the Congress, the Shiv Sena, and all the other NCP and all the other parties. Where is the question of in case? Has there been any statement by Nitish Kumar or any senior leader of the JDU to that effect? No, it is just the BJP's wonderings and their, may I call it BJP's fantasies. That is what they want. For the tall leaders in the country to walk away from the alliance, because truth of the matter is
Nitish
there
Kumar
are two
himself
prominent national
declines
alliances
to
in the
be
country,
the
and only
convener
one of
of
them
the
represents
alliance,
the voice
Nikhil.
of
And
the
you're calling
variety
this
of
a
Indians.
fantasy of the BJP, but let me get Anila into the conversation now. Anila, are all these fears that have been reiterated by Nahid, Anirban and Nikhil even justified? Because they say that you have a name in Narendra Modi. But the problem is that they have a problem of plenty. They have multiple leaders. And let them decide who their face will be. Why is the BJP so worried?
We are not worried at all. Rather, we are very happy. The way they are conducting their meeting, the way their political parties head and the leaders, they are having issues on different things. So we are not worried. We are mighty happy. They should keep on going the way they are going. But last time when you came to me, I wanted to make one point at that time. कल क्या हुआ था, समाजवादी पार्टी की पूरी टोली दिल्ली आई थी सीट शेयरिंग या डिस्कशन के लिए, and the Congress party refused to have meeting. Refused to have meeting that we don't have time. So what's the problem with the?
So scared of Akhilesh Yadav ji, Samajwadi Party, always frightened.
You have to intervene. When she was talking, I was not interjecting.
Let Anila complete.
If she doesn't have any manners, then she should be told.
She extended that courtesy to you. You can please listen to her and then respond. We'll go one by one, please. Anila.
Actually, it is her fault. The type of political party she belongs to, it is known for gundagardi.
You belong
this is
to a
what she
party
is doing.
which is full of rapists.
So the Samajwadi Party was totally and fully and badly insulted by the Congress Party. क्या आप लोग हैं क्या? हारे हुए एक स्टेट में आपकी सरकार नहीं है, and we have government in 10 states and in 16 states we are the main opposition party. So the Congress Party said that when we decide to have meeting, we will announce the date. You have to come, and at the end moment, if we decide that we don't want to meet you, you have to go back. So this is what Congress Party did, and Samajwadi Party was badly insulted by them. Secondly, if we talk about Deepti, there are two types of students. One who prepares throughout the year for the examination, and that student passes with the flying color. And second student, he keeps on enjoying throughout the year, and just before the exam, that student tries to mug a few things, and that student makes some purchi to do the cheating, and then he sits in the exams and he fails badly.
She's not even making any sense.
The legend of the student is this alliance.
Anila,
So they are
you say that. The truth is that you never thought that this India alliance, that is, an amalgamation of people of so many different ideologies will even stick together. But the very fact today that an SP, the Congress, the Trinamool, the Aam Aadmi Party, and 28 of these parties are still around is a problem. And you have to remember that, because you might say they don't have chemistry.
Hello.
Perhaps they have arithmetic. I think we are also trying to connect with a Janata Dal United spokesperson. He is Ashish. Let's see if he can hear us, and we'll carry forward this conversation. Ashish, सुन पा रहे हैं आप हमें?
Hello. हेलो
आशीष, आपको आवाज आ रही है?
आगे बढ़िए, उसके आगे बढ़े। मैं डिबेट
आशीष, क्या सुन पा रहे हैं आप हमें? Okay, I think we still have some trouble with that link. Nikhil, why don't you say what you need to complete, then we'll get Nahid into the conversation, and perhaps we'll have the JDU representative by then.
Dipti, you said something very profound today, that when the India Alliance came into being, it was a party, it was an alliance of political parties of different ideologies, and nobody thought that they were going to stick together. But the India Alliance is still sticking together. And one parallel that I can draw is when India as a country, as a republic, as a modern democracy came into being in 1947, that is what people around the world said. That this is a country that is not a nation. They have so many languages, so many religions. They will never stick together. This country is going to break apart in 5 years and 10 years. And look at where we are. A very strong, robust democracy, one of the world's largest economies, one of the largest military powers, and we are going strong. And that is how the India Alliance represents the idea of India. It's not about just one ideology. It's not about just one language, one religion, or one culture. It is about diversity in all of that, unity in diversity. That is what the India, the nation, the country represents, and that is what also the India Alliance represents. And that is what scares the BJP the most, because unlike the BJP's idea of India, which is all about Hindutva, Hindi, and one theory, one nation, one tax, one everything, so is their India Alliance. We don't even know the names of any parties beyond one or two in the India Alliance. They are of insignificant measure. They don't have a convener. They don't do any meetings. They don't hold any deliberations. We never talk about the seat sharing in the NDA, because the NDA is nothing but the BJP trying to put its foot and show that, okay, we are also in an alliance and we don't stand like a lone wolf. However, the India Alliance is a genuine political alliance of different political parties. And that is what the people of the country also understand, that they need an alliance and a representation that is going to listen to all of them and not just a section of the people in the country.
But Nikhil, is this the way that you will fight an election? You know, there is no seat sharing that has been done till yet. We were given to understand that this will be done by December the 31st. That has not happened. A common minimum program hasn't been decided. A convener obviously hasn't been named. But Anila, is there some merit in, you know, this argument that the opposition puts forward again and again? That, you know, we focus on the India Alliance a bit too much, but what about the BJP and its own camp? You know, in Haryana, JP Nadda went and said we are fighting on all the seats. So does this mean that your alliance partner there is not going to be with you? What about the state of Maharashtra? Have you finished your sheet sharing? What about the state of Bihar? You know, people like Chirag Paswan, Pashupati Nath Paras, Jitin Ram Manjhi, a lot of them also want seats. Have you decided all that?
Dipti, there is absolutely clarity in between the NDA allied partners. There is no confusion at all. That is why you don't see any statements coming, any of the political allied partners with us.
Dictatorship in N.D.
clarity.
One man
Secondly, I want to
decide
respond.
everything.
जाके अपने नेता को जगाइए जो कोमा में जो सो गए उनका इलाज कराइए. I want to respond to Nikhil. He just now he gave a huge lecture about the India. So let me tell you, Mr. Nikhil, here, if we first of all we are a nation. Bharat is a Rashtra. Bharat is a Rashtra. India is a name given by the Britishers. So it is not भारत जो है अनंत काल से है, आदिकाल से है, वेद में है, पुराण में है. महाभारत जो है सबसे बड़ा युद्ध रहा है पूरे विश्व का. So please, no, you listen to me, Nikhil. I did not.
Republican democracy.
No, let's talk about the modern only. Do you know what Mr. Nehru said when he decided that this nation of ours should be also known by the name of India? उन्होंने कहा ये संक्षिप्त और व्यापक है. भारत बहुत बड़ा नाम था क्या? This was cheated by the Congress party.
Modern Republican democracy. I'm not
party
talking
which
about
was handcrafted by the Britishers. The divided nation was taken ahead by the Congress party, and this nation stands together. And definitely, we believe in oneness, and the oneness example is being set by Bhagwan Shri Ram, जिसका आज आप लोग विरोध कर रहे हैं. The common factor between all the political parties in this dirty alliances,
so, you know, interesting is this maneuvering that Anila has taken. Nikhil, Naid and Anirban. See how she's maneuvered the entire conversation. She's got the entire conversation on Ram Mandir. That is another issue on which the entire, you know, alliance right now seems to have taken a backseat. Janata Dal United only, Nikhil, Naid and Anirban said that the BJP has a narrative of the Ram Mandir, लेकिन आपके पास कोई narrative नहीं है. I'll just give the last word tonight because you know Akhilesh Yadav has said he's not going, but people do not know how will the Aam Aadmi Party and the Janata Dal United respond to those invites. With they will be on Ayodhya on the 22nd night. What is your narrative versus the Ram Mandir?
I was listening to the spokesperson of BJP, a party whose boss flies in aeroplanes worth 16,000 crores.
Okay, Anila, let her now please complete. Please, ladies.
On your channel. Uttar Pradesh in UP, PDA is going to badly defeat NDA. PDA is going to badly defeat NDA on all 80 seats. ऐसे ही
गुंडागर्दी on the panel, so I'm going to allow her. Of course not.
BJP is going to be going to be playing old game.
Party of slaughterers.
PDA उड़ा देगी पूरा BJP को, NDA को पूरा उड़ा देगी PDA.
That's the truth of Samajwadi Party, party of gundas and mafias.
अरे BJP is not a party. It's a gang. It's a gang of rapists.
कहाँ मुँह छुपाकर बैठे हुए हैं अखिलेश यादव जी, ये तो बता दीजिए. कल बड़ी बेइज्जती हुई है ना उनकी, बहुत इंसल्ट हुई है, बहुत बेइज्जती हुई. कहाँ मुँह छुपा लिया? क्यों नहीं आए मीटिंग में वो?
Why you not stopping her? Why you not stopping her when I speak in the middle when you stop me?
The tragedy is that even Anila obfuscated my question, even you are obfuscating that question. The problem is that there has to be a narrative versus what the BJP's narrative is on the road to 2024, and only for word of time now, but we'll carry forward this conversation, and Nikhil still believes that jab tak Nitish Kumar ye nahi kehte hai ki he is walking out of the alliance, all is well. So Nikhil, good luck to you. Anirban has made it very clear that Mamata Banerjee has proposed the name of Mallikarjun Kharge. We'll see what the SP also has to say and do in the days to come. Thank you to Anila, Naid, and both gentlemen for joining us. We head into a break right now. Back with lots more on the other side.
See, the main theme of the book is that number one, it was never a fight for a piece of land or real estate or title shoot, which some people, including the so-called eminent historians, try to make it to be. It was a matter of faith, and to expect Hindus to produce a birth certificate of Ramji, or to produce the revenue records to prove that this is the very place on which the palace of Maharaja Dasharatha. They're absolutely stupid ideas. And this is why we ended up wasting 70 years and losing countless lives, resources, in a fruitless fight, because this issue could have been settled long time back.
So in your book, you also alleged that Pandit Nehru had got an opportunistic streak. What do you mean by that? Could you please elaborate on it?
See, Pandit Nehru had not only an opportunistic streak, he had a contempt for Hinduism. And the speech he made in 1959 in the meeting of architects, this is very much on record, in which he said the Hindu temples, they are oppressive. They don't allow me to rise. I feel oppressed. And he said, if you want to see the beauty of architecture, अच्छा building देखना है, तो then Taj Mahal is the template.
Right. You further alleged that Pandit Nehru changed his position on Somnath temple.
See, on 12th of November 1947, that was the day, the first Diwali of independent India, and after Junagadh had been integrated into the Indian Union, Sardar Patel went there, and he promised that Somnath will be rebuilt. See, the main theme of the book is that number one, it was never a fight for a piece of land or real estate or title shoot, which some people, including the so-called eminent historians, try to make it to be. It was a matter of faith. And to expect Hindus to produce a birth certificate of Ramji, or to produce the revenue records to prove that this is the very place on which the palace of Maharaja Dasharatha. They're absolutely stupid ideas. And
और हमारा निवेदन है कि ईडी को भाजपा का फ्रंटल संगठन बनने से बचना चाहिए। तरीके से भारतीय जनता पार्टी ईडी का दुरुपयोग कर रही है, उससे उसे बचना चाहिए। ईडी को भाजपा का राजनीतिक हथियार नहीं बनना चाहिए और इस तरह से बिना सिर पैर के एक राजनीतिक मकसद से अरविंद केजरीवाल जी को रोकने के लिए बार बार गैर कानूनी जो ये वो नोटिस भेजते जा रहे हैं, इसको बंद करना चाहिए।
श्रीमान अरविंद केजरीवाल बड़ी बड़ी बातें करते थे और मैं मीडिया के मित्रों को कहता हूं उनके पुराने वीडियोस निकाल के दिखाइए। जो कांग्रेस के भ्रष्टाचार के खिलाफ उस समय अपनी आवाज उठाने की बात करते थे, आज वो भ्रष्टाचार के दलदल में डूबे हुए हैं। अरविंद केजरीवाल जी और इनके राजनीतिक दल ने किया है और जब जांच होती है तो जांच से भागने का काम करते हैं। ऐसा कोई बचा नहीं जिसको अरविंद केजरीवाल की पार्टी ने ठगा नहीं।
See, the main theme of the book is that number one, it was never a fight for a piece of land or real estate or title shoot, which some people, including the so-called eminent historians, try to make it to be. It was a matter of faith, and to expect Hindus to produce a birth certificate of Ramji or to produce the revenue records to prove that this is the very place on which the palace of Maharaja Dasharatha, they're absolutely stupid ideas. And this is why we ended up wasting 70 years and losing countless lives, resources, in a fruitless fight, because this issue could have been settled long time back.
So in your book, you also alleged that Pandit Nehru had got an opportunistic streak. What do you mean by that? Could you please elaborate on it?
See, Pandit Nehru had not only an opportunistic streak, he had a contempt for Hinduism. And the speech he made in 1959 in the meeting of architects, this is on very much on record, in which he said the Hindu temples, they are oppressive. They don't allow me to rise. I feel oppressed. And he said, if you want to see the beauty of architecture, अच्छा building देखना है, तो then Taj Mahal is the template.
Right. You further alleged that Pandit Nehru changed his position on Somnath temple.
See, on 12th of November 1947, that was the day, the first Diwali of independent India, and after Junagadh had been integrated into the Indian Union, Sardar Patel went there, and he promised that Somnath will be rebuilt. See, the main theme of the book is that number one, it was never a fight for a piece of land or real estate or title shoot, which some people, including the so-called eminent historians, try to make it to be. It was a matter of faith, and to expect Hindus to produce a birth certificate of Ramji or to produce the revenue records to prove that this is.
Amid the ongoing tussle over seat sharing, Congress protested against the Mamata government in Kolkata. The party leaders protested against the corruption in West Bengal. Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary led the protest march from Bhavanipur to Sadhus Karnani Memorial Hospital in Kolkata. He said that the corrupt people are admitted to the hospital because of which the poor people are not getting treatment. The protest was curbed by the Bengal police. March, Adhiranjan squatted on the street and continued to protest. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
See, the main theme of the book is that number one, it was never a fight for a piece of land or real estate or title suit, which some people, including the so-called eminent historians, try to make it to be. It was a matter of faith, and to expect Hindus to produce a birth certificate of Ramji or to produce the revenue records to prove that this is the very place on which the palace of Maharaja Dasharatha, they're absolutely stupid ideas. And this is why we ended up wasting 70 years and losing countless lives, resources, in a fruitless fight, because this issue could have been settled long time back.
So in your book, you also alleged that Pandit Nehru had got an opportunistic streak. What do you mean by that? Could you please elaborate on it?
See, Pandit Nehru had not only an opportunistic streak, he had a contempt for Hinduism. And the speech he made in 1959 in the meeting of architects, this is on very much on record, in which he said the Hindu temples, they are oppressive. They don't allow me to rise. I feel oppressed. And he said, if you want to see the beauty of architecture, अच्छा building देखना है, तो then Taj Mahal is the template.
Right. You further alleged that Pandit Nehru changed his position on Somnath temple.
See, on 12th of November 1947, that was the day, the first Diwali of independent India, and after Junagadh had been integrated into the Indian Union, Sardar Patel went there, and he promised that Somnath will be rebuilt. See, the main theme of the book is that number one, it was never a fight for a piece of land or real estate or title suit, which some people, including
नेपोटिज्म रॉक्स वाले दुनिया में आप कैसे निकला? तो मुझे लगता है आप आउटलायर हैं। और नेपोटिज्म रॉक्स के दुनिया में आउटलायर बनना बहुत मुश्किल है। How is it possible to succeed in an industry which is driven by nepotism at every level?
अगर मौका मिल सकते हैं, अगर आप में प्रतिभा नहीं है तो आज आप नहीं चलिएगा। अभी ऑडियंस इतनी इवॉल्व है कि किसी को मौका मिल सकता है परिवार का होने के नाते। अगर आप में टैलेंट नहीं है, आप उपयुक्त नहीं हो, तो 1 से 2 फिल्म। आप इस दौर में देखें कितने परिवार के बच्चे जो अभिनेता थे वो नहीं, उनकी फिल्में नहीं हैं, उनके पास काम नहीं कर रहे हैं। एक मेरे जैसे आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स, आउट ऑफ द एरिना के आदमी के आने की संभावना है। तो मैं आइदर एक्सेप्शन हूँ और पॉसिबिलिटी हूँ, दोनों हो सकता है।
See, the main theme of the book is that number one, it was never a fight for a piece of land or real estate or title suit, which some people, including the so-called eminent historians, try to make it to be. It was a matter of faith, and to expect Hindus to produce a birth certificate of Ramji or to produce the revenue records to prove that this is the very place on which the palace of Maharaja Dasharatha, they're absolutely stupid ideas. And this is why we ended up wasting 70 years and losing countless lives, resources, in a fruitless fight, because this issue could have been settled long time back.
So in your book, you also alleged that Pandit Nehru had got an opportunistic streak. What do you mean by that? Could you please elaborate on it?
See, Pandit Nehru had not only an opportunistic streak, he had a contempt for Hinduism. And the speech he made in 1959 in the meeting of architects, this is on very much on record, in which he said the Hindu temples, they are oppressive. They don't allow me to rise. I feel oppressed. And he said, if you want to see the beauty of architecture, अच्छा building देखना है, तो then Taj Mahal is the template.
Right. You further alleged that Pandit Nehru changed his position on Somnath temple.
See, on 12th of November 1947, that was the day, the first Diwali of independent India, and after Junagadh had been integrated into the Indian Union, Sardar Patel went there, and he promised that Somnath will be rebuilt. See, the main theme of the book is that number one, it was never a fight for a piece of land or real estate or title suit, which some people, including the so-called eminent historians, try to make it to be. It was a matter of faith, and to expect Hindus to produce a birth certificate of Ramji, or to produce the revenue records to prove that this is the very
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Nation Wants to Know. In the last few months, I've done very few episodes of the Nation Wants to Know, sometimes for want of time, sometimes for want of a special or particular guest or subject. But as I said, it is one of my intentions in 2024 to do more one-to-one interviews to bring you a different side of a personality on an issue that is topical. तो जितने दर्शक रिपब्लिक भारत देख रहे हैं उनको मैं कहना चाहूँगा कि बहुत दिनों से मैंने इंटरव्यू नहीं की है. कोशिश करूँगा 2024 में ज़्यादा इंटरव्यू करने की और जो इश्यूज़ हैं, जो पर्सनालिटीज़ हैं आपके सामने लाने की. तो आज जो पर्सनालिटी हमारे सामने है, मैं तो एज यू ऑल नो, मैं बॉलीवुड या इंडियन सिनेमा इंडस्ट्री का कोई बहुत बड़ा फ़ैन नहीं हूँ, बट आई एम अ फ़ैन ऑफ हिज टैलेंट बिकॉज आई फील दैट ही इज़ वन ऑफ द ट्रूली ओरिजिनल एक्टर्स and a future legend of the Indian cinema industry. So Pankaj Tripathi ji,